kidding you about you can do that math, but apparently it's not agreeing with you right now.
Okay, that's my intro. Perfect. As soon as you started talking, it went live.
Timing.
So, yes, this is session 80 of the Devouring Dark. Last time there was pretty much nothing that happened because stuff and things. However, there was shenanigans. There was shenanigans. Apparently the Jin's teleport spell didn't work properly, so it just sort of made everybody go all over the place, and eventually everybody reconvened on the castle, even if they were already there. I mean, some of you were on the roof, some of you were other locations. However, everybody managed to get back together within the castle, one way or another, and then the feast commenced, and then the night after the feast happened, and we're at where we're at. However, since everybody was sort of coming in and out, there was only a couple people who were here the whole time. I'm going to give those who are here a chance to do anything else they wish to have done during the feast, or during the nighttime of the feast, or whatever. So before we move on, if there's anything anybody wanted to do at the Jin's place that was particularly important, we can do that.
Well,
and by the way, all the items have been identified. A huge amount of items.
Yeah, that was a lot.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
do you have a list
over.
or anything?
Tim put it somewhere. I don't know if he put it on his character sheet or where he put that. But you had over 600 magical items. So.
Let's see.
But most of them are pretty much identical, not very useful items. So. But hopefully you guys can find that.
Well, when he's here,
when
he's here, do you guys want to divvy it up?
Okay, we have 214 plus 1 magical weapons.
I mean, when he's here, do you want to divvy it up?
Oh, okay.
Because I don't think he's coming today. I'm not 100% sure on that.
Well, we do have enough bags of holding to lug it around, that's for sure.
So we're going to turn into bag ladies. You guys don't know what bag ladies are.
Tim has one, I have one, Ben has one, V-Ben has one.
Does that mean I have one now?
No.
You have one as well.
How can I not have one?
Get the potions identified?
No, the potions have not been.
Okay.
Matt, this should turn into Oprah. You get a bag of holding. You get a bag of holding. Everyone gets a bag of holding.
I would have just told the. Well, I think I did the last time I was there. Told the Jin to teleport the treasury to the temple. Because we had some.
Yeah, the treasury got teleported to his palace, and then when he sends you guys where you want to go, then
yeah, okay.
It's gonna.
That was all I wanted to make sure of.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
He even noted down all the money, but I don't know where that is. He might have just added it to his personal money or something.
No, he didn't.
I might have a very interesting question about one of the mundane items. Is there a mundane set of magical items, let's say, that can say if you put one part of the magical items on a map and the other, well, basically a tracking device that can show you where someone is on the map? Ah, bugger.
Yeah, that's something that you would have to seek out or create or get created for you.
Okay. Well, not like I can do that.
So, just so Ben knows, because he wasn't here during any of that, I gave him numbers to put next to some of the magical items.
Mm-hmm.
That's because they have mysteries attached to them. So,
Numbers.
don't know specifically what they are other than the description that he has written down.
So we're gonna turn into Sherlock Holmes and figure it out, yeah?
You can try.
So yeah, I would also ask Ginny if he knows what the keyword of my house is, and I will show him my house.
He can try to find out. There's a couple of ways you can try to get him to do so. Such as he's a genie, so you can try to wish.
I will ask him if he knows the keyword of this house, and I will show it to him.
Okay, he says, no.
Can you find out?
I can. I do have the ability.
Well,
And he just sits there.
Why do I have the feeling he's trying to scam someone?
well,
He has the ability to do it.
Then will you use it? If you have the ability.
Well, you could formalize it. He's waiting for you to say, I wish, basically. Whether or not your character picks up on that or not.
I wish that I knew what this keyword was for the box. I will point at the box.
He goes, alright. He snaps his fingers, and you have an opportunity to choose what the word is because he basically just rewrote it. He didn't want to give you what it was before.
Okay.
So you can just basically choose whatever you want it to be.
Okay. Do I have to come up with it now, or can I think?
You can take as much time as you want. It's just that the mechanic-wise, you know what it is, so you can activate it.
Okay. Nice.
Alright, so he allows you to do that.
Do I have anything else? Did you guys do this last time, or do you have anything with the gin?
They basically just partied.
Yeah. A lot of eating.
Other than Edoson and
Lucius.
Lucius, because they got in an argument over magical item stuff, and the Jin thought it was distasteful, and he teleported them to the Genjin.
Okay. Well, I will tell him. Well, yeah. What would I wish for now again? Well, I'm not gonna do too much.
Just don't push it. He does have a limit to how much times he can do wish.
Yes.
How many times can he do it?
He can do it 3 times a day.
Okay.
And it doesn't matter how many people are wishing, he can only do it 3 times.
Okay.
Per day.
Is Lily with everybody?
Yes.
Yeah. Everybody
She has done it before.
She's gonna keep stuffing her mouth.
Yeah, at the feast, you could have done that. However, the point that we're gonna pick up after everybody is finished with what they want to do, it's gonna be when everybody's ready to go back. Because you guys had a sleepover again. Brought the beds into the main room. So
I will-
when you guys pick up, you can be in the main room.
Okay.
Yeah, I would just tell him I wish I had more halfling killer poison.
You know, the last time you used it, it was all filled up. Remember, Howler?
Yes, but I would like more. That's
He just squints at you. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
a wisdom saving throw.
Yes.
Let's see.
Because
What did I
Jinns
get?
have a particular
Wow.
quirk. They have a particular
Oh,
quirk.
yeah. Do you remember the feat I asked you about? Is that okay, or should I find something else?
Oh, I'll have to reread it because I forgot what it was.
Okay, the other feat I took was proficiency in wisdom saving throws and +1 wisdom. Why the bonus is so high.
Let me just pull it up. Take me half a second.
Oh yeah, Lily is nearby too, isn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I get plus how much?
4.
If she's within 10 feet of you.
It's 10 feet, yeah. My apologies. Different character. This is 2.
Okay.
Oh, the one where you get to reroll ones no matter what dice it is?
The aura from being a pally.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what he's talking about with you, but I was talking about something he sent me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, I'll let you take the wisdom saving throw one, because that other one, it's a little powerful on to have it on every dice.
Yeah, I'll just take something else then.
Okay.
Not an issue.
Apparently my Roll20 didn't load.
Oh.
Even though I opened it like 20 minutes ago.
Okay, that's
So
bad.
Those ads, though. Those ads.
yeah, those are the most important thing for me to load. Okay, he made a wisdom save. Let me scroll up. 18?
With 1 plus or bonus, so higher. It's more than 20.
What's the bonus again?
Let's see. Yeah, so 20.
Okay. You can choose whether or not to allow him to do this, and you know what he's attempting to do. He is attempting to access your alignment.
Okay.
Okay. Perfect. So do you want him to know that information?
I will just push him out, and I will tell him I meant for security reasons. You know, I wouldn't want anyone out there killing halflings, but just myself.
He just side-eyes you, and since you blocked him, he specifically has built into this ability that you can choose whether or not to block him. So if you had nothing to hide, you wouldn't have blocked him.
Dang.
So, he just looks at you side-eyed, and you said you wanted more. He snaps his fingers. I need you to make 3 Constitution saving throws.
Oh
Okay.
god.
Let's see. I have to remember. Okay, the third one I need to make. So 1, 2, 3, and then 1.
All
I re-rolled the last one.
all 3 failed.
No, the
Wow.
last one succeeded.
Yeah, I know, but if you didn't have that, you would have failed all 3 of them.
I know.
My thing is, My Roll20 says I'm disconnected from the server,
Oh.
like usual.
He got all 20s.
Of
No,
course he did.
3, 8, 7, last one is 16. Because he rerolled. Using a luck, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay. So, did you beat, for the last one, did you beat the Halfling Killer Poison
Yeah. So
auto death?
Yeah. That's what I'm
Okay,
rolling
perfect.
for.
Okay, so you take the sufficient damage. Since I can't roll because I'm not connected, you have the stats for that. Roll the damage.
So 15 damage and paralyzed for turn.
Perfect. And he goes, there you go.
Well, guess it serves him right, I guess. I don't know.
Yes, Djinns do have that particular quirk that if your alignment isn't to their liking, then they sort of try to bend the rules on whatever you wished.
Didn't wish you did say you said you wanted more, you never said where or how.
Yes, exactly. That's
So yeah, after a while I will get up and cough a bit and I will say, see, this is what I'm talking about. Those halflings have to go through this all the time.
He goes, I'm sure.
Yeah, dumb halflings.
Lily,
What?
you're a halfling.
Shocking.
Perfect.
Very well then.
Also, my int is 8.
Mm,
Well,
how
that's
many
an
books
ordinary
can I stick in the
citizen.
tiny head of yours?
An ordinary citizen has an 8 in intelligence.
Oh, okay. I thought they were 10.
No. Ordinary citizens have 8 in every stat.
Hmm. I'm almost ordinary. But
Oh,
I'm
Lily.
charisma as fuck. Yes.
How many books do I need to stuff in your head?
Not a lot. There's not a lot of room.
Well, time to make the room a bit bigger then.
Then my head would be as big as yours.
Yes, and that's smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I literally have double your intelligence.
Oh, snap. I'm still charisma as fuck, though.
Yeah, I'm the total opposite of that. Well, I'm a 10, so yay.
10 out of 20.
Yeah, and I have an 8 in strength like noodle arms. Oh.
You could technically have less.
Yes. Yes.
If you were a kobold, you could have less.
Yeah, but a kobold, then I would have 18 intelligence and then already in 20 in dexterity since they also. No wait. No wait. I would have a 14 in intelligence then.
But kobolds have a negative in strength.
Yeah, but they're nasty fucks. Really, promise me. With the newest build of the artificer, yes, I'm still using the old version of the artificer. Oh boy, you don't want me to build that artificer version with the kobold.
Sure.
You sure you want me to build that version?
Are you that right now?
What?
Exactly. No, you're not. So, doesn't matter. So, what are we doing?
Finishing up whatever Ben was doing. Or
Yeah,
Howler,
so
right?
you got poisoned.
Yeah, he was finished.
Perfect.
Howler!
Wait,
Yeah.
Lily, even better. I give her a crayon. You can draw him.
I don't think it would work that well.
It might wake him up.
Wait, is he knocked out?
No,
Okay, just
No,
because
I'm
he
back
just
up
took
again.
15 damage. That's all.
Okay. Alright, Lily's gonna keep stuffing her face. And drawing on the napkins with the crayon.
Nah.
Well, he did get paralyzed for 1 round.
I don't think she'd notice while stuffing her face. Oh,
So
God.
you're eating breakfast, I would assume.
Yeah, oh God, this really is modeled after my kid.
Perfect. So, yay. That happens.
So now we go back to the material plane, right?
Unless anybody else has anything that they want to do.
Well, see you guys at the
Not
temple,
there.
because I have things to do.
Well,
Splitting the
Alright,
party, ho!
So we're going? We're
yeah.
good?
And
Yeah.
I guess so.
who's going to the? Isn't everyone going to the temple, or are you
Yes,
leaving
this
us
time
alone?
everyone is going to the same location.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Okay.
Is, what's his face? Oh God, I can't remember his name.
Lucius?
Expo?
The Djinn. Is he coming with us?
No.
He's staying on the plane of air because he
Yeah.
has an obligation to meet.
Hosmish, that's his name.
That's
no, Hosmish
the
is the.
Ifrithi.
Sure, they're all the same person to me. Matt does the same voice for them all.
Desif is the name of the
Okay.
the Genie.
Ifrithi.
The Djinn,
Ginny.
okay.
Genie.
Decif! Decif! It would
He
be decent of you if you came with us.
He goes, I can't. Do you not
Okay.
remember that the reason why the Ifriti helped me take back the city on this
Nope.
plane is because I agreed to help them after they helped me?
Help. Okay, I have questions for you, mister. Questions. 1, a question. Can I get like a bowl of delicious food all the time?
You have a bag of infinite popcorn, Lily.
It's not. It's okay. I want delicious.
He goes, fine.
Infinite beef jerky!
Oh god, no.
He just narrows his eyes slightly. However, your wish was for being able to have delicious food at any time. So he just snaps and you have a bowl in your hand.
This thing. Okay, Mr. Decent. Dee. Okay, what is the magic word for this guy?
He says, just name what food you wish.
Beef jerky!
In the bowl appears a slightly more liquid version of beef jerky.
Sip, sip, sip.
Uh,
How is it?
It is the best beef jerky you've ever tasted in liquid form, for sure.
She gobbles it down, swallow it, whatever, and then runs and hugs him. And then she's good.
You just gave her an alchemy jug that make any kind of food literally a liquid?
No, it's a bowl of infinite soup.
Oh. Even worse.
So it just makes a soup that tastes incredibly good in the flavor of whatever you name.
Well, let's hope someone doesn't hold it upside down and then calls for something to have eaten. No, Lily. Precautions.
Like, if you name something, it fills up to the top, and then you can eat whatever inside, and then you have to name it again to have something else. So that's how it works.
So
That's
that
all it
should
is.
be all about it. If only I had a tracking device to see where my robot is, which I don't have.
Perfect. So he snaps, and all of you, except Howler and Lucius, are at the temple. Howler and Lucius are still in the palace.
Oh. Well, Lily, are you gonna come with me? Because I have something to find.
Sure.
It's very important.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, well, we head out the temple, out the door, out the gates, because we need to travel quite a lot.
Okay, so you guys start walking. However, back at the palace, Howler, he snapped his fingers to send you guys away, and you didn't go anywhere.
Oh, I hope you don't mean to poison your guests again, I tell him with a smile.
He walks over, and he just gently places one of each of his hands on one of each of your shoulders, and he goes, "Oh, you're going to go back. Just not the same way as your good companions." And he just sort of pushes on your guys' shoulders, and you guys start flying out of the castle.
Okay.
And do you wish to do anything before you reach the outside of the castle? I'm going to give you an opportunity. You're like it's as if he pushed you a sufficient amount that you just start going outside of the castle.
Okay. Let me think. Do I know if Lucian has fly? Does he have fly?
I think
I
he
don't
does.
I'll check. He doesn't?
He doesn't.
He doesn't? I swear I saw him use. Maybe his dad did.
Yes,
'Cause
his dad flies him around.
Okay, that's where I got the idea he had it.
Yeah, where's his
I
dad?
will just shout back up at him. Well, that's not a very polite way to treat the champions of light.
Yeah, as you're flying out of the castle.
Yes.
You're just sort of like in mid-sentence and you're outside of the room. And you're flying outside of the castle, you're flying above the clouds. And you're just flying like as if you have a supernatural momentum.
Okay. So, does it look like we're being pushed that direction, almost like we're floating somewhere or flying somewhere?
It's as if you're in like a tunnel of wind that is pushing you towards something.
Okay. Well, in that case, I will just follow it, but be on alert if I see anything.
All right. You start to recognize where you're starting to fly to. Seems as though he's sending you towards the portal that you came through.
Okay. Yeah. I will tell that to Lucian, and we will head that way.
All right. You start flying in that direction. However, you notice these weird little things start to chase you. Look like moving air.
Not
They're chasing
this
after you.
again.
Yeah, you've seen these before. So what do you do?
In that case, because they're just air, right?
They're slightly sentient air. They can
I will,
speak, that sort of thing. They're basic elementals.
I will just go invisible and try to blend with the wind.
Okay, make a stealth check.
Advantage 25.
Okay, yeah. The wind things start not attacking you, and they start attacking Lucius, unless if he does.
He can also turn invisible.
He can,
Yeah.
but does he? Is the question.
Yeah, probably.
That's a yes for all safety precautions.
Okay, so he needs to make a stealth. That's identified.
That's an automatical
Yeah, because
success.
you changed to spell sheet when I was clicking it. So, and you did it again.
It doesn't
So
automatically
21.
succeed stealth. By the way,
Yeah, I know.
Geo.
Hello.
I was saying Geo because Geo was saying it automatically succeeds, but it doesn't. The spell automatically succeeds unless something stops it, but the stealth check does not succeed automatically.
Huh.
My cat wanted to say hi.
Oh, cat.
Now she wants
cat,
to go.
Cat.
Because you can still make noise when you're invisible, so they can still sense where you are if you're too noisy.
Oh, that's
But
why you want
either
to say hi.
Either way, both of you are invisible well enough that the weird moving air just stops chasing you and goes in a different direction. And you guys go through the portal that you went through before. It takes you a couple of hours to get there, but nothing else decides to chase you during that time. And you go through the portal and you appear about 5-6 feet above the trees and you just fall. And you guys are going to take 2d6
I
worth of
use
damage.
my jawbone crossbow to catch onto the tree.
Alright, you have to roll an attack to hit the tree in order
But
for
you
that
said
to happen.
5-6 feet above the trees?
6 feet above the trees. The trees are over 10 feet tall.
That's
19. Does that hit the tree?
Yes, that hits the tree. So you do sort of like an arc, and I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
20.
Alright? So instead of just slamming into the tree because you hit the tree and you were swinging down like George of the Jungle or something like that, instead of hitting the tree directly like George would, you swing around the tree and wrap around for a couple of times, and then you manage to softly break some of that momentum before hitting the tree. However, Lucius, not expecting what was going to happen, he takes 2d6.
I will adjust that health points for him.
It probably won't matter, but for now, adjust them.
6. He is now at 60. He literally took. Well, let's see.
Yeah, he probably boosted his con a bunch.
Like 9% of his health.
Yeah, exactly. So, perfect. You guys are now on the material plane. You know where you are, Howler. You can easily get back if you wanted to.
Yeah. And I will stealth and leave Lucius just awfully confused where the hell he is.
Alright, he just sort of he has
No, I was joking.
foliage in his mouth that got stuck there when he fell on the ground. And he just sort of spits it out of his mouth, and do you try to stealth away, or are you making
No,
yourself?
I was joking.
Okay. I thought you were gonna legitimately walk away. But either way, he's just gonna follow you. Unless if you were stealthing away. So he just follows you back to the temple.
Yeah.
So that works out. So you guys, I'm not sure if everybody has a temple, one of the old temple maps.
I do.
You do?
I do
Okay.
have an old temple map. I mean, it's in the Facebook group even.
Yes, it is there. So that's the basic layout. Though it is slightly different, which I didn't actually get an updated one. That's the one thing I forgot to do. So, yeah, everything is the way that it looks like, except slightly more expanded and that sort of thing. The camps are slightly differently organized, but I'll get you a map for that next time. So, yeah. You guys sort of meet up, like, as they're attempting to... Are you guys leaving the temple grounds, Edo-san?
I mean, if we were teleported there, like in the middle of the city, where the temple is, right?
teleported in the upper room. So in that
Yeah.
office area.
Yeah, then we have to go, well, down all the way.
So
the
what
temple.
are you attempting to leave the temple grounds, like that area that's in that map?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys start walking towards the edge. Howler, you meet with the other two at the edge of the temple area.
Okay.
And as you guys walk towards each other, there's a character I forgot to introduce. So he's gonna be there. He walks up to you guys. It's the butler character from before. He just sort of walks over and bows to everybody.
Hi.
Oh.
Hi.
Hi.
Yes.
Hello.
You would fit in nicely here. We could talk in my office, and I motioned to the top of the temple later.
Okay.
Just
Um,
make
Sure.
yourself comfortable.
Matt,
Sure.
is it cool if Lily's just like not really here because she's finally ate more than she can actually handle?
For what reason?
The soup.
Yes. So, why would you not want her to be here?
No,
Is
I
the
mean
question.
Hi.
Oh, okay. You don't want to be in this interaction?
no, I do. Just she's finally full. It's never happened before.
Oh, okay, sure.
That's what I mean.
Okay, that is the case.
It seems fitting.
Sure, that is the case. Perfect.
Well,
So,
yeah, you're finally full, Lily. Well, but we still have
Yeah.
to do something.
And what
All
is
right.
it that you're headed out to do? It seems like you're leaving the grounds.
Leaving the
But you're
grounds,
not
leaving the
allowed to.
city, because I need to find my robot and my my parents, because I literally found them and now my robot is literally with them. They're coming this way. I hope they're close by. I have no clue where they are, but I really hope they're
Well,
close by.
I could easily find that out for you. But you shouldn't
that
be
would have been a
wandering
thing that you
around.
could have attempted to find out before you left the plane of air.
But
Because you were with a wish-granting Jin.
you shouldn't be leaving with the light orb in such a small party.
Well, first off, I don't have the light orb.
Yeah, I'm motioning to Lily because it seems like you're dragging her along.
Hi.
Well, well, I don't want her to miss me, or, well, she really was excited to see DT again.
Well,
I miss DT.
as I told you, I could find out, and we have several pressing matters. You should be a part of discussing them.
Pressing matters like.
We'll just look around, kind of jump through Volta. The world is pretty much fucked if you didn't realize.
Yeah, there's an
Yeah.
apocalypse happening.
Yeah, we need every people who knows about architecture and knows how to build stuff, which I might know some about architecture, but you know, every little bit helps that we have.
Yeah, I agree. That's why I think you should stay here and talk about it. I mean, your input would be valuable.
Well,
Okay, so we save the world and then I can have a nap, right?
You can have one now. We can
Oh God.
take the saving part
Yes.
later.
yes, sure, let it go. Have a nap. Okay.
I
Nap
will
time.
yell out for my hook horror so he can carry her around.
Jeez.
Yes, he literally has a
If you
hook
want them
horror
out.
that
Okay.
he has control over. But before any of this happens, there's a butler standing awkwardly in front of you guys as you're discussing this.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Mr. Butler, guy, what do you want from us?
got his name. His name is very important.
A name we never got or never received, so we have no clue what he's called if we could help with that.
I need his full name because he would introduce himself with his full name. That's the part. I know his what he's called.
His last
Okay,
name.
here it is. He bows forward towards you elegantly, with one hand behind his back and the other in front. And he goes, I am Velkenhain R. Helsing. Pleased to meet your acquaintance.
Can you spell that?
Falcon.
V-A-L
VAL.
K-E-N
Yeah.
H-A-Y-N.
H-A-E.
H-A.
Yeah.
Okay, let me spell it again. V-A-L
Yeah, Vulcan, I got that.
K-E-N-H-A-Y.
So H, then A.
Yes.
H from high, then
Yeah.
A from apostrophe.
Yeah, okay. I got it the wrong way the first time.
H-A-Y-N. That's Valkenhayn. R.
Fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
R,
more.
as in the letter R dot.
R.
That's his middle initial. And
he's
Helsing.
a butler?
Yes, he's a butler.
Okay.
And he's
And he
human.
can also change into a wolf form, which your characters may or may not be aware of.
So
Howler saw that, but whether or not
Yeah.
he told you guys is up to him.
Probably not, because I didn't. I just said I had a little chat with him at the whole encounter, which was me stabbing him.
Yeah.
the-
Yeah, Howler lied about the whole encounter, so it kind of makes sense that he wouldn't tell you.
it's not. It wouldn't
No,
be
I didn't.
surprising for Elson that he is
I didn't.
lying about something.
I didn't
That's true.
technically lie. I just didn't tell the whole truth. I mean, I did have a little chat with him before I promptly stabbed him.
Depending on who you talk to, half truths count as lies.
Okay. That's fair.
So yeah, Mr. Falkenhayn, what do you want? What can we help you with or do? I don't know.
First, I would like to ask, which hierarchical city are we in?
I will
Well,
inform him that the hierarchy of cities have been demolished. They have been locked up in giant bubbles of black gunk, which is unpassable by normal objects. And
yeah,
this is the
yeah.
and then
Go
this
on.
is the last stronghold that's free, and I'm in
Yeah.
charge.
As he's saying that, Elson is just rolling out the map and just, well, points towards the spot. We're right about here.
And he
Temple of
goes,
Tresian.
oh, I seem to have misunderstood. This seems to be a different realm than the realm I'm familiar with.
Yeah, I guess as much. Well, welcome to this realm. You're gonna be confused as hell and whatnot.
But from the description of what you've told me, it seems as though the Black Beast has arisen. Again.
Well, the Black Beast, well, whatever it's called, it has been terrorizing, well, our, world, universe, whatever you want to call it. Well, I don't know how long ago, but I saw it actually happen. But I don't know how long it has already been going for.
This is troubling. Have any of you met a Madam Rachel?
I don't think we have. Or have we?
No.
No.
No!
There's literally not a character listed on anything
Yeah,
to do with this campaign named Rachel. So, no. The answer is no. He goes, the This is also troubling.
Yeah, like we already said, you might be well. You are on a different world as universe, so names might not mean as much in this one.
Well,
One.
now that we've returned, I will try to set up another council meeting at the war table. You should come, and we should like to hear news of your world.
Well, if you're doing that, I am still going out to find my folks and my robots since they are really needed to help reinforce this place.
He
Gio?
goes. Oh, go ahead.
Gio, are you planning on playing another character?
What?
Are you planning on playing another character?
Oh, I'm busy trying to get back what I really need. That's my
Okay.
melee units.
Yeah, I'm saying I've said before that in game there's going to be a month of calm time that you guys
Right.
aren't gonna have to be constantly being worried, having to worry about being harried by the enemy, due to the fact that you took out the big announcer guy. So that's what he wanted to start doing.
I'll just tell Lily, well, I'm fine with you going out with him if you wish. Just leave the light orb at the temple if you're going far away, in case something should happen.
Okay.
We would be back in what, half a month maybe?
Maybe.
Well, in about a month, we should set out for new tasks.
All right. So the butler, before anybody else leaves or anything, he goes, "Do you have any tea?"
We do some, I think, at the temple somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be going to look for that. And he starts walking away.
Yes.
Oh yeah, don't go underground.
No, actually, underground. Just beware of the Durgar, and don't upset them. They're our allies.
Yeah,
he goes, "Got it.
You
Varying
do know what
stories about the underground." And he just walks away.
you do know what Durgar are, right?
I'll roll to see if he perceives you saying that as he's starting to get too far away. He actually has advantage.
Well, I did just tell him purple dwarf, so he knows that at least.
He goes, "No, but
I'm
a quick learner," and he continues walking.
Okay, well, don't die.
And he just sort of waves his white gloved hand at you to acknowledge that he heard you.
Oh yeah, actually, doesn't Lucian have the light orb? Now that I think about it, or do Lily?
I'm just gonna
Lily
give
has
you
hers
guys a
and
hint
Lucian has one.
before you guys go and do anything. Howler did discover during his time away from the party an item that might be able to help.
Yeah, I did offer his help to, well, my help. It's up to him if he wants to take it or not.
Well,
What did you discover?
Well, I said I could help you find them if you wanted.
Well, spill the beans.
Well, you see, I'm a master of magic, so I can easily locate them with some scrying magic.
Oh, why didn't you tell me earlier it's scrying magic?
Well, I have all sorts of magic. It would be too much to tell you, to be honest.
You know, scrying magic is a pretty important one so that you can see where someone is. And you know what... You also know what DT looks like, so you have a pretty good focal point.
Well, I mean, so is conjuring dragons and summoning meteors. I know all of those too.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm gonna insight that because something smells fishy.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I took the new feat that gives me advantage on deception instead, and persuasion. So.
All right, it is a tie. So roll
So that
again.
means
All right. He seems to be. Perhaps he found. You know that most rogues don't have abilities such as that. But perhaps he encountered an item while you guys were separated that gives
Yeah,
him this ability?
wait a minute. I recall you using something to like summon golden bars. Are you trying to use that again?
Well, no, it's a different ability. I have so many; it's hard to keep track of.
I smell bullshit when I see it. And
You
this
both
time,
did roll high, so you know that rogues can't do this. But he
That's pretty obvious.
he could have access to something that could do that for him. You're not sure. But
I
he
was
seems to be.
offering.
You know when he's lying some of the time. So he
yeah,
doesn't seem to be lying this time.
just go like, I am watching you. But sure, I really could use it to see where they are and, well, where DT is. Hopefully they're close by and follow my instructions to go up here.
Yeah, we'll get on to that. But there's a few things first, so it might be a few days.
The less I worry, the more I can focus on helping out.
That's fair. And for your idea, is the creature here the one I put in charge of maintaining it, or is it back at the temple?
I'm not sure what you mean.
The Sphinx.
Oh yes, he's there. He's
Okay,
sitting
yeah.
on top of the temple.
Okay. Well, in that case,
Huh?
I will.
Shit.
Yeah. Just
Oh, shit.
get over to him.
Okay.
Hmm?
So you guys start walking towards the
Allah.
Sphinx. Geo, if you meant to mute yourself, you're not.
Yeah.
Okay. Because he was.
Sorry, my bad. I got caught for something.
Okay, that's okay. So yeah, you guys head towards the temple. There are civilians everywhere, just sort of doing their thing. You notice that there are a couple more civilians than there were last time. Some that you completely don't recognize. However, as you continue your stride towards the top of the temple, you see the Sphinx just sort of sitting, like as not the laying down pose of a Sphinx, but more of the sitting upright, like a cat
I
would.
know what you mean.
He's sitting upright in front of this strange object, which seems to be floating in front of him. It looks kind of like a pyramid.
Ah, yes. I appreciate you taking care of the object while I was gone. Return to keep it safe again.
He just sort of opens one eye because he had both eyes closed. He just sort of opens one eye to look at you guys.
And I hold out my new sword, loyalty, to show him.
He goes, "So you were successful."
I always am.
All right. He just sort of goes into the laying down position that sphinxes are in.
Wait.
I will go to grab the object.
It sort of just floats down gently. It was sort of like 6 or 7 feet in the air. So when you approach it, just
and I
floats down.
telepathically speak to it. Yes.
Yes.
When I hold it. Okay, so I will just tell it I missed it due to the things that happened last time I spoke to it.
Okay. It goes. You just see it in your vision. ...
And I will ask it, do you know where our son's parents are? And DT. I will think of the construct.
Okay, so you're sending a mental image of what you want
Yeah.
to one of the things that you want it to look for. Okay. It's sort of it does that thing where it looks like it's loading, so it has the 3 dots, and then it just sort of like flashes each one of them like a loading screen. And then it responds in your vision. Yes, I seem to have located them. And it is written in your vision.
Can you show me? Is it far?
It shows a very detailed and realistic, perhaps even an aerial view of the world, but it looks like a world map that is very detailed and realistic looking. And there is a dot that is currently moving northward. And
Is it close to the temple?
No, it is not.
Where on
It
the
is as
map?
far as I expected.
Let me bring up the map. That
Yeah,
might
that's
make it
probably a good idea.
a little easier.
Because yeah, when I notice where it is, I will just tell our son, let me see that map of yours. So I assume you take it forward. So I can point it out for you.
Yeah, I still have it all rolled out and ready to be pointed somewhere dot upon.
Okay.
Yeah.
So while we wait for my computer to actually work, I'm going to screen share.
Oh, Lonnie, are you still here, or because you're muted? And
She's muted in his camera. I think she's doing something.
yeah, probably.
Whoops, that's not a thing that I wanted to show, but that's okay. It's not that important.
He says now.
Come on. Why does it take so long?
I think your computer here to you, it's like, it's not that important. It's gonna be like, you're gonna admit it's important.
Oh, the thing that I was showing, it just had like chats and stuff open. That's all. That I wasn't even necessarily participating in. Anyway, so
There we go.
it is approximately here, at the end of my mouse, and it is
And
moving.
how long would that take to travel?
Well, depending on
By foot.
depending on what's in their way, could be any amount of time. But let's say that there were 0 obstacles, and they could just walk directly to where you guys are. It would take them about a month or 2.
Okay.
Yeah, but I recall from last time, if you go to the very tippy top of the, well, go towards the accompanying part, the encompassing cold, to the temple of Traxxas, it took us about 3 days to travel that.
Yes, and you guys are superheroes, and any of threats that were in your way you easily dispatched. These are some decently powerful people and a ton of civilians.
Yeah, I'm sure probably some weak old people too, so they can't have a great speed either.
And as it's showing you where they are, they're heading north, and then suddenly they stop, and then they head slightly west, and then they stop again, and then they head south slightly, and then they stop again. That's the process that you see. But they seem to be trying to head north.
Right. Okay, so I'll just point it out to you on the map, and I will tell you they're having to step around a lot of different things, so they're not moving quickly, but it seems like they're headed north.
Wait, you had that? We had a well. There you. When I met you guys, I was on a flying ship, an airship.
Yes,
You
that is
still
my.
have that airship, right?
Of course, I have my flagship. It's the great pride of my navy.
You think for a moment. You have a feeling that you may have told somebody to use it.
Yeah, I know. I don't know how to use it, but I still have it. I have it. It's
Yeah,
just
it's in your,
Truth.
it's in
No,
your
no, no.
ownership.
He asked if I had it, and yes, I do. It's in my ownership. It's just not here, so I have it.
No. Okay. Let me ask very specific. Is it? Could I use it right now?
Well, it's under one of my captains, so you would have to speak with that captain.
Okay.
Unless you're
Is
willing to
that
join the crew
captain
yourself.
available right now?
I will think through the thingy and I will see what the captain's doing. The Dragonborn.
Okay. ... Loading screen. And after a couple of minutes, it goes. They are approximately here.
Oh, they are in the Aquan Pelago, where I told them to go.
So your
They
ship
will
is.
return.
So it's not available right now. I can't talk to the captain right now to ask
I
to
could.
fly.
Well, it would take time.
Could you communicate with them from right here, right now?
There's a companion that you guys have that can do that.
Well, I'm all powerful, so yes, but I would let an emotion to Lucius.
Yes,
Oh,
Lucius
no,
can
no.
do that.
Well, Lucius can't because he doesn't know anyone from that ship.
What are the
I
limits
have-
of that ability? If you describe someone to him, is it possible?
I think so. It's something you're familiar with, so it's up to your interpretation. Like,
let's see which.
hard it is.
If you can give them a detailed enough description, then I will allow it.
Okay. So yeah, I've been traveling at sea with them for quite some time, so I would assume I know pretty much how they look like.
Yep.
Yeah. Well.
Skip is the particular individual. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
That you're talking about. So he is a white dragonborn because it's been a long time. So I'll give you this one. He's a white dragonborn monk, you assume. And he has the stereotypical features of a white dragonborn. His real name is Gora Warhim.
Yeah.
And let me see. He usually wears sackcloth pants, and he likes to have a red scarf around his neck. However, you're not sure if he currently has one or not, because he lost his previous one.
Okay, so.
All right, he attempts. I'm gonna get you guys to make on his behalf an intelligence saving throw.
Okay. So do you want to do it, you, or should I? Because you just
Sure.
keep taking spells.
Stop sharing that for now.
Oh, it's an advantage. That's a 12.
12?
Yeah.
Okay. He manages to see, or he's sending a message, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. This makes it even more entertaining. So he's going to send the message. What do you want sent specifically? Anything in particular?
Well, if
or
he
just...
doesn't say anything, then I will just say it's Grand Admiral Howler. No, I would use the full title, even if it's 25-word limit. So it's
Dragon's
Dragonbane,
Bane.
Grand Admiral, Howler of the Aquan Sea.
That leaves us with 20 words.
How have your travels turned out? Any news? Is the ship being used for something important?
Okay,
That's it.
perfect. He sends the message. I need him to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, Lucius?
Yes.
13.
Okay, perfect.
Well, does he get the bonus from Lily? So 15? If that's better.
It's
Sure.
Okay.
I'll
Yes.
allow it.
We are close together at this point.
Okay. So he just sort of you guys even hear something audible. You hear like a slight humming noise. However, Lucius just sort of grabs the side of his head and sort of stumbles to the side.
Okay, that's not good.
After the time when he was expecting a response.
Okay.
And he goes, there was a bunch of them talking.
Did you get the right one?
Perhaps, but it was quite hard to focus with so many voices in my head.
Can you try with, and I will describe the bard, Ciliaris.
I'll be right back switching machines and such.
Zilares, that's the half-elven bard.
Yes.
Okay, he tries, and I'm gonna need him to make an intelligence save.
Okay, since Geo switch machines, I guess I will do it. Intelligence save. And that's plus her bonus, so 23.
Perfect. So this time he sends the message, and I'm gonna say that he sends pretty much the same message.
Yeah.
And then he gets a response, and he goes, well, this time it came through. Just one person. Though I'm not sure what you're gonna think of this. I heard a call for help. Apparently they're being attacked by pirates.
Yeah, that's not good. Tell them to get away from there. Return home.
Okay, so this is the third time he's casting this spell.
Yes. He has plenty of slots. It's not there.
Perfect. So he casts it for the third time, and he says they will try, but they're not sure how they're going to return due to the fact that they're being chased.
Okay, I will describe to him the sea elf captain I put in charge, and I will tell him to come to their aid.
Okay. He's going to cast it a fourth time. Hopefully he doesn't need his spells anytime today.
Yes.
And he needs to make an intelligence save to make sure that he contacts the right person, because he doesn't know who they are.
27.
Wow.
Okay, yes. He does succeed in contacting the correct person. And he goes, and he describes the location where they are. And he says, the captain that you wished me to contact said that the archipelago is quite a vast area to search. However, he'll do his best.
That's all we can hope for.
All right.
In either case, now that you've seen two of my finest captains, what do you think of them?
He just sort of rolls his eyes. And he walks like a certain distance away.
Yes, perfect. And what about you, Lily? what do you plan on doing now?
She's still full.
Okay.
Well, I think you're not unconscious, though.
So I wanna ask a question to Lonnie.
Yes.
Did you read the entire backstory that I gave you?
I have not. I have been studying my chem. I don't sleep ever.
Okay. So here's what I'm gonna say. Lily wants to go to sleep, so that'll give you a chance to look through it.
Okay.
Very well, then. Do you wish this pet to escort you? And I will motion to this large abomination with 2 hooks for hands.
Yeah, he's basically offering the hookor to escort you wherever you want to go.
To me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, if
Yes.
you want to.
I would like assistance.
Okay, assistance to sleep. Perfect. Yeah, this weird, large, purple creature that has like weird paws for feet, hooks for hands, a turtle shell on its back, and a bird-like head just sort of bends down to allow you to climb onto it.
An Aarakocra? Or what was it again?
A hookor. It's basically a monstrosity.
I just heard bird.
Yeah,
I was reading back. Okay.
It's a,
thought you were
it's a
talking about-
monstrosity with 2 large hooks for hands, which follows my command, which is pretty neat.
Yeah, it bends down, and it's a large creature, so it just sort of is weird that this large creature that would probably try to kill you in any normal circumstance is just bending down to allow you to climb on.
Hi, buddy.
And you climb on, and it escorts you wherever you want to go. So I'll say that it escorts you to your tent.
Thank you.
Perfect. So we'll give you a chance to read up on your backstory. So,
Okay. Well, in that case, I was going to continue this conversation with our son, but he's not here, so I would assume we finished that and I moved on.
okay, yeah, I'll say that you give him the information, and what he decides to do with it, he can do when he comes
Also,
back.
when I go to leave from there, do I get the feeling that this Sphinx would like to keep this orb on himself, or if he's fine with me leaving with it?
Well, I
Or
can
would that
give
be
you
an
some
insight?
information that might help you make your character in context make a decision on that.
Yeah.
It's a Sphinx, and it was set to guard this item for who knows how long. So,
Oh, okay. Well, I know then. I appreciate you guarding this item, but I've returned, and I believe this is meant for me.
it just sort of opens one eye and looks down towards you. I'm going to need you to make a persuasion check at disadvantage, which if you have automatic advantage, it's just normal.
Okay. And I will follow it up with, don't you find it strange it being left in that temple for so many years until I showed up and rescued you from the shadow? Just to try and grease him in a bit.
Sure, it doesn't give you advantage or anything, but...
No, that's fine. So yeah, actually my bonus there is pretty... What is my proficiency and my charisma? That's... oh yeah, I was looking at perception, that's why. So 20, and I'll not need luck. Let's see if I can get higher. Crit.
He goes, "I'm not giving you this because I think you deserve it. I just think that you can use it to help us get out of the situation." And as you guys were talking, it just sort of floated up in front of the Sphinx again, because the Sphinx was doing whatever, and he lets it float back down onto the ground.
Yes, and don't worry, I will not let you down. I am the Grand, and I will do my full title and everything. After all.
He just sort of side eyes you. Just make sure not to bring it onto another plane of existence without a plan next time.
Yes, one learns from mistakes, I suppose.
Nods. And just sort of sits there. And it seems as though he is still in his more meditative mode. You assume that he can still communicate with it,
Okay. Yes.
even though you're taking it away.
And I will also ask the Sphinx. So, what do you think about putting an outpost and I will motion to the temple or the place he was guarding? It seemed rather fortified, didn't it, when I was there?
Well, it's hard to get into. There's only one entrance. If you mean like the weird place where he was guarding this artifact.
I was just suggesting that we might put out the outpost or something there with a teleportation system and get that
Okay.
working.
I should have added that to the map, which I didn't. I can still do that, but
I would ask him if he would like to be in charge of that, or if I should find someone else.
Okay. But to answer your question, if it was well fortified and all that, well, there was only one entrance, and it was built into a canyon. So it's at the bottom of a canyon, and the only entrance is to go to the bottom of the canyon and then go to the entrance.
There was like doors and stuff, so if you could.
Yeah, there's heavy stone doors there.
So like walls and gates, so it would be hard to reach if they were to be closed.
Yes. Basically, you'd have to tunnel through the top of the canyon into the bottom of the canyon in order to get to it any other way. There's no other entrances into, say, an Underdark or anything like that. There's nothing like that connected. Any threat would have to dig in order to do something like that.
Yeah. So I was just gonna suggest that, and I'll see what he thinks of it.
He says, I mean, sure, but as you saw, I was taken in by the shadow, so the shadow could still reach in.
That was
so I would appreciate some assistance if I were to attempt to set up any type of base there.
Of course, of course. I will figure out who's going with you, and you can manage you can do magic, right? Can you make teleportation sigils, activate them, or use them?
And he sort of just looks to the object that you just currently are in possession of, and he goes, I can learn most anything from this.
So yes, I will let you have this for a while. I mean, you're the best guardian when I'm not using it. But I would also have you speak with Iandara, if he's still here. I look if Iandara is still after the orb.
Yeah, he's still there because you rescued him.
Yes, and I basically, Lonnie, I basically got this orb so I could find out where people were and stuff. And the first thing I used it was to find one of the first PCs that was in the campaign, a wizard. So I went to him. He was being tortured. I rescued him and everything. And as soon as he got out, when he wondered why I went through all the trouble getting him out, I told him it was just because I knew he could make teleportation sigils.
This is one of the first guys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was one of the OGs.
But Howler's always like that, though, even if he means it or not. So.
Howler's the real MVP.
Yeah, so that's what he was doing while you guys were gone. He went and rescued the Sphinx's object and all of that stuff.
So yeah, he will. I will just have the Inandor speak to him, and they will find out the way how to make like the teleportation system working, how to give people access to it, if they could make scrolls that would let us go back or anything like that.
All right, he'll work on that.
Yeah. So they're working on that at least. They have the orb, so they could find out stuff. Yeah, I have some few other things, but I can do those over the month. It doesn't have to all be today.
Mhm.
Do you have anything, Lily? Did you read the backstory?
I did. So. Fuck.
Yeah, there was actually a big revelation that happened in that section of the backstory.
Okay.
You look around, Lily, and you see the yellow tree that took over one of your friends. I forget his name.
In that time, would I have learned that the different colors mean different things for the Feywild?
Yeah, and I do have that if you need access to it.
Sure.
The emotion chart.
It was the Alatar, you mean, right? The warlock.
Yeah. Yeah, because she got a big revelation. So where was it? Probably in here.
Yeah, so we don't know anything about it other than you went pretty much insane a little while.
Okay.
So we don't know any of that. If you want to tell us, or if not, then that's fine. It's up to you.
She's
Maybe.
currently napping, I think.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's right. I am napping.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's up to you if you want to like share the information with the group or try and do it off your off time or like I'm trying to set up like a board table again so we can make a decision as a group where we go next. Kind of same like last time, but then we had the wild mage who just teleported everyone anyways.
Yes. So just give me another second because I had it, but I dragged it to the wrong spot. So there we go. I think they updated Facebook Messenger. There we go. There's the emotion chart and the colors related to them. And those colors do even somewhat, not entirely, but somewhat translate over to the material plane. In certain places, there are plants that and animals that are related to these emotion charts.
Okay.
So, yeah, you see the tree just sort of hanging out, and you know that that particular archfey is in the area still, because he decided to join the camp.
Hey, buddy.
Wait, am I still sleeping?
You fell asleep, so we can skip to that if that's what the next thing is that everybody's going to be doing.
Okay.
So we can skip to when you wake up,
Okay.
if everybody, well, Ben is okay with it.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. I would do some more things that day, but I can do them later, so it's not a big issue.
Sure. Yeah, we'll just switch over to her so that way she can do a couple more things.
Yeah.
Okay. So you take a nap. You wake up after the nap.
The hooker is just watching you, probably.
Yeah, the hook horror, he has one of his contracts on it, so if it tries to hurt you, the hook horror gets hurt instead. So it is now subservient. It just sort of does whatever it's told. So it just sort of watched over you to make sure that you weren't hurt, or if you needed assistance, it would help you. So it's just sort of standing over you.
Hi.
It just sort of looks over towards you, because you made a noise. It doesn't speak the language that you are currently speaking, so it doesn't understand you, but it looks over because you made a noise.
Okay, bye.
It just looks at you.
Are you walking with?
So where's the tree?
The tree is on the. It was teleported, and then it can move slightly.
Yeah.
But it just sort of is sitting on the edge of the temple grounds.
Hey, what am I gonna call you, Beastie?
It just looks at you.
Okay, I'll call you Beastie. Okay, Beastie, take me to the tree.
Do you point to where you want to go?
Yes.
Okay, it bends down,
Hop on.
and it starts walking. And it walks towards the tree. It doesn't know when you want it to stop, so it just keeps
Oh,
walking.
okay.
I'll tell you when to stop. Just keep going.
It walks up to the tree.
Okay, stop.
Walk the tree.
At the tree, I would have said stop.
Okay? It just sort of looks back at you. Are you
Okay.
motioning for it to stop?
I said stop.
If all you say is stop, it's going to keep walking.
Oh, okay, then I guess I will do a motion.
Okay. And
Okay,
then it looks up at you and it sees that you're trying to tell it to stop, and it stops. Because it
Okay,
doesn't understand common, is the problem.
Oh, okay. I hop off.
So it bends down to let you off. And
Okay,
he's standing
tree.
in the tree.
Tell me your secrets.
Alatar's face sort of just morphs around the side of the tree, and he looks at you.
What do you want, Allie?
Goes, "Do not be a tree anymore."
What'd you say? To not be a tree anymore.
Yes.
Makes sense. Reasonable.
Well, looks like you're a tree for right now. Okay, so why are you a tree?
You don't know. Seems like you knew that my patron.
Oh, okay. So your patron is a Feywild person, goddess, lady. I don't remember animal.
Archfey.
Yeah, that thing.
He's just sort of. Ever since he's turned into a tree, he's
Mhm.
never had a happy face. His face kind of looks like anguish, like one of those masks that's perpetually stuck in anguish.
Can
However-
I carve my?
What?
Sorry?
Can I carve my initials into your face?
I mean, I guess it's possible, but I'd rather you not. It would probably hurt.
Okay, I'll put it somewhere else.
Probably hurt there, too.
She's doing it.
Ow! That's what you hear as you carve it into.
Now, if he returns back to normal, will you just like on the side of his face just have carved in Lily?
Oh, that would suck.
Perhaps, if it's
No,
even
it'd be-
possible to change him back, then perhaps.
Yes,
It'd just
let's
be
go with
LR.
LR, yes.
Sure. So he just sort of goes until you're finished.
Okay, so were you the tree when the tree was the tree?
What do you mean?
Okay, look, I've met you before, tree, but not as Allie, as like a tree.
Well, I don't know. I don't have tree memories. It's true. He doesn't have memories other than his own. He just has his own memories. He doesn't have like tree memories from the tree.
Okay, tree. No tree memories. That's weird. Okay, look, Al retard. I don't know what. Okay, look. Why are you a tree?
The only thing I know is that I was called to my patron to help free my patron. So I went to the Feywild, and he said the only way he could come here is if I got close to this tree. When I got close to the tree, root grabbed my head, and then I was the tree.
Sorry about that.
Doesn't seem like you're aware of that was going to happen.
That sounds painful.
It's done.
Okay.
I would like to not be a tree.
Okay. So then, do you know about the dumb bird?
Dumb bird?
Yeah, the dumb bird.
Yeah, the dumb bird.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. I mean, it's so obvious. The dumb bird. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Senna.
Me neither.
Oh. He goes, I'm not sure what you mean, but no. Because if all you say is dumb bird, then
Okay.
he definitely has no context, but he also still doesn't know anything about any bird that is dumb.
Good point.
I don't know. Is some dumb bird? Apparently she's my god or something. I don't know.
He goes, interesting.
Interesting.
I thought you worshipped Senna, not a dumb bird.
She's a... Okay, I use it arbitrarily. She's a bird.
Oh, okay.
Just like I call Seth a dumb dragon. They're all not dumb. They're just dumb.
Fair enough. And he just looks at you with a blank stare.
Are his colors changing in any fashion?
Okay, so the tree is not changing color.
Okay.
Seems as though the tree is a different entity than what he is.
Okay.
Hey, Al, you in the tree. How did you get here?
Don't you remember?
No.
Even Geo knows what we're talking about, even though he only came in halfway through what we were talking about.
No.
Yeah, the tree I know about.
Yes, the tree that is Alatar now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Basically, when the Archfey came through,
Mm-hmm.
He brought the tree with him.
Right. No, I got that part, but okay. I was figuring there was something I was missing, but everything's just straightforward.
Seems like.
Okay.
Okay.
You don't see the Archfey around, but you know that the Archfey decided to stay at the camp.
Okay, Allison, what does your archfey look like?
Around, but the Archfey's around.
You want to know where the Archfey is or what it looks like?
What it looks like.
You know what it looks like. It's the Fey creature that it took over while you were in the Feywild a long time ago.
Cool.
As part of your backstory memories.
Nothing changed. All right, cool.
Okay, so how do I separate you from the tree? Like, do I just get my axe and, like, separate you?
He goes, well, it hurt when you carved your initials into the trunk, so I assume it would hurt if you tried to chop the tree down.
Okay, so no pain, no gain. I'm chopping it, right?
No.
It would hurt. Me.
You might die.
He's trying to make clear that it's going to be painful for him.
Right.
So even if it would work, it would be extraordinarily painful.
That doesn't bother me.
Lily.
Do you chop them
What?
down or not?
Wait, you're not
No.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're there.
Oh,
You're not there.
Yeah, you
I'm
can't
using
tell
a
her to stop.
lot of sending.
You're not there.
Yeah, your character's not there, unfortunately.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay, so you want to be separated from the tree. That's the only way I know how. I cut you out of being a tree.
I'm not sure about this, Lily.
Fine, 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 fine.
It might just hurt a lot and then I die.
Ooh, I didn't think about that. Okay, move your roots. Let's go.
Alright. He is ready to follow you. He can move 5 feet per round, dashing. He's a tree. The fact that he can move at all is a miracle.
Okay. I'm gonna motion for I can't remember the name of the beast to come over here.
Stone thrower, the troll
No.
can
No,
grab.
it's a different thing.
Yeah, it's a hook horror.
Yes. And it
Okay.
didn't give you a name. But I can put it in the chat if you want to know it. Although you don't
Yeah,
know
it does have a
yet.
name. It does have an official name. He put it in the roll 20 chat.
Hooky,
Yeah, perfect.
hooky, hook, hooker.
It's sort of looking at you because you seem to be making a lot more noise than you were before.
Ah,
It looks at you.
I want to sit on you.
It crawls over, using its hooks to pull itself forward. And it just sort of hunches over, subserviently.
I
Alright.
attempt to hop on it.
Yeah, you climb on it, and it stands up. Now what? Do you still want the tree to follow you?
Yep.
Okay. The tree is much slower than the hook horror.
Right.
Okay, hooky.
Hop into the tree, essentially, is what I'm saying.
Okay, so you want it to climb the tree.
Yep.
So you're pointing up at the top of the tree?
Yep.
Okay, it looks at where you're pointing, and then it just sort of nonchalantly just sticks its hooks deep into the bark of the tree to climb up. And he's like, ah! 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 The hook horror climbs the tree. And it gets into the top of the tree.
Okay, we're gonna go find your archfey lady person thingy. I don't know. That way!
Alright? The tree starts moving very
Hey,
slowly.
I'm taking a nap. Al, you down there. If something happens, like yell so I can wake up. Good night.
And he starts moving very slowly as you hear him whimpering in pain as you fall asleep.
Yeah. Well, I was assuming the hook horror would be more comfortable to sleep on than tree.
Yes, it is. Parts of it are more fleshy than others, but yes, it is.
Cool.
That's
We sleep.
uncomfortable.
So we're gonna switch to Edo-san. Just so you're aware, it seems as though the situation with the airship is being worked on. However, the airship is currently being chased by pirates, and there's another ship that is part of Howler's
Armada.
armada, I guess would be the word. And the other ship is going to help the airship try to escape.
So you're telling me there are still pirates active that are currently raiding an airship?
We should
They're
employ
busy-
them.
We should
We
probably
have
bring
a
them.
lot of pawns. We should employ them, and I look to Lucian.
We should probably inform them about the situation of the world. That seems a bit more
As
important
you
than
go to
employing
look
them.
towards where Lucius is, he is not there. He's gone.
I'll have to think of this later.
But no, seriously, this is not good. I think they are aware of the situation of the world currently. At
Well,
least, I think.
if you wish, then give me, let's say, 2 days, and we can all, or just one day even, and we can all start heading towards the airship. If we manage to secure it, we can fly over your family and pick them up
Mhm.
and return to the temple.
That's very good. Just so you know, it's just not only my family. There's a lot of, well, people that are not from my family. Just
And how many?
It
I
was a
have
group
no.
of less than 100. At
I
least last time he saw them.
Would
I
the airship fit that many? I mean, it was a large ship that had many
It was a
climbers.
relatively large schooner class ship. So
So-
yes, it could, but it wouldn't be able to carry enough food for a super long journey or anything like that.
But
Yeah,
if we're going back,
It could store all those people potentially and bring them to where you want them to go. But
okay.
whether or not they'd have enough supplies to survive is a different story.
Yeah, so we could do that, but they have to bring their own supplies. I'm not
I
food.
don't know how many people there currently are. I mean, they could have shrunk, they could have grown while I was away.
Well, if it's too many, DT is always free to walk.
You do know if you let DT walk, then I will go with DT.
Well,
You
I'm
do.
just saying that it's an option, but it's up to you. Anyways, I need to get the ship problem solved one way or another.
Yeah,
It's
sure,
already
sure.
underway.
Alright, so after the discussion with Howler, did you want to do anything at the camp?
Or ask anything else.
Discussion with Howler. Well, melt down the ores.
Alright, so you start the process of that. There
Mhm.
is a rudimentary. No, actually, there's a decent blacksmith because the slave guys, the the cult built a blacksmith. So made the slaves build the blacksmith. So you may as well use it. I mean, it's there.
Yeah, it's better than nothing.
I mean, may as well not let the slave labor go to waste. I guess that's the logic.
I mean, we liberated their slave. Now they're free to use the forge and work in it.
Yes, that's fair. It wasn't built ethically, but now it can be used ethically.
Yes, somewhat ethically. Not the entire way, you know.
Either way, so you can use the forge. You start using the forge, is what I'm gonna say. So, which ores do you want to do? Like, what order do you want to do the ores in? All that stuff.
Let me get my sheet if it wants to open.
Depending on how long you spend, if you get interrupted or whatnot, you might not get up to all of them. So I want to know what order you want to do them.
Well, first the most potential, that is the dark iron, dark steel. Let's see, I have the ores if I remember it correctly.
Yeah, hopefully you didn't just compile them into various ores, because that would not work.
Where did I leave the ores? Damn it!
Various iron and steel. Yes, very good.
And where the hell did I leave the ores? Damn it! I need to look it up. I need to find it.
Okay, perfect. So here's the next thing that's going to happen. Well, technically, I can go back to Howler for a minute because he said he wanted to do some stuff while you're deciding what you wanted to do.
I wanted to go to Frizzleboom, the alchemist, and basically, here's potions. I need to know what they do.
Okay, so you're going to Fizzleboom, if I heard you correctly.
Yes. He was an alchemist, so I assume he knows.
Yes, I remember. So he's actually got a decent set of he's got a decent set of alchemy equipment currently set up. And it was decently made. And he's fiddling with some of the temperature things on it. And there's currently liquids boiling in various glass vials, some of which you recognize because you have a poisoner's kit. I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yes. Then, yes, some of those vials you do recognize because to harvest poison, it takes some of the same equipment that he's currently using. So it's basically beakers and various nonsensical twisting tubes and whatnot. And he currently seems to be trying to, you don't know, boil something to put into a different flask, maybe.
Yeah.
So that's what he's currently doing.
So yeah, I just start putting out potion until I pull out all of them, including a potion of some pink wild stuff, and the potion of pink wild stuff I found in Plaza de la Montagne. So
the pink potion.
Yes, and all the others. So, and I just tell him, it seems like you have a free moment when you're done with that. You need to know what these do.
He goes, all right. And he just continues doing what he was doing.
You might even enjoy it.
Well, I'm currently just working on an experiment, but once I clean out these vials, then I'll get on your thing.
What experiment are you working on?
He goes, oh, why don't you come a little closer?
Yeah, because we made poison, so I would be interested to see what he's making.
He's currently working on, as he goes into the descriptions, he's working on an enhancement that is basically part of his Jekyll and Hyde character that he made before.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's working on an enhanced version of his formulae, if you will.
Yeah. And I would do that later when I come to collect the potions, so not now.
Okay. So he just basically describes that it might not work on your chemistry, like your biochemistry, but on his biochemistry, this particular formula that he has and the formula he's working on hopefully will change his body into various different shapes and sizes and give him different, like, natural weapons like claws and things like that.
Okay.
But if you wanted him to work on a formulae for yourself, he would have to give you things that could potentially kill you.
Yeah, that's fair. But I am lucky, so you know.
Yeah, you might not instantly die.
This is good. No, I will leave it for now, and just be happy if he identifies potions.
Yeah, he'll work on that when he gets finished with his current stage of testing.
And yeah, so you can keep your blacksmithing thing. I had one more thing today, but yeah.
Okay, so did you find it?
Yes and no.
That's not good.
The yes is I found it. The no is we never really dedicated time to see what kind of ores I got.
You do know what some of them were.
Yeah, some of them were dark iron,
Okay. Yeah, that was one.
because that's the most one that stands out to it. I already have an electrum, but I'm doubting that I got more.
Well, maybe those are the only two you got. Unless if you wrote down that you had more and you didn't identify them.
Let me see. I got some more, iron as well to
Yeah.
well, and but that was about it.
Yeah. Maybe that was all you got.
Silver. That's
Oh yes, you do have
true.
silver. Yep. You do have some bars, which are not
That
ore, but
Yeah, that as well. I have silver bar. I have a bar of iron and brass, a pure dark iron bar, gold, iron, and electrum.
yeah. So electrum was one of the ores. I don't know if you wrote ore next to the ones that were ores.
Yeah, I have a separate list with ores and bars.
Okay. So which ores did you want to try to purify?
Well, first the dark iron, then I'm not going to make an iron bar, and I'm gonna make steel.
Okay. So you're gonna purify the ore for the dark iron,
Yes.
and then you're going to attempt to make dark steel.
No, I'm gonna make dark
Are you going
iron.
to, or are you going to just make take your regular bars and
Regular.
make steel?
And first, I'm gonna make the dark iron ore into dark iron bar, and then
Okay.
the iron ore that I have, I'm gonna try make the iron ore make into steel.
Okay. Okay. So it takes you a little while. It's going to take you a little while. So I'm going to say
Mhm.
that the first bar that you wanted to make is now a bar before the next
Okay.
one. Okay, so Howler, what was the next thing that you wanted to do?
I wanted to speak to Lugus the Daft, the monkey man.
Yeah, Lugus, yes. You can approach him. He
Okay.
is just sort of sitting in the camp, leaning against his little tiny Yoda staff.
And I will just ask him. Well, I thought I should come to you for this. You seem knowledgeable on the topic. But I had a little encounter with some werewolves, and I will kind of show him the bite mark I got.
Okay. He looks
And
at
I
you
will
and he goes,
ask him if he knows anything about it.
he goes, so you have taken on lycanthropy.
I'm not sure yet.
He motions for you to come show the wound more clearly so that way he can examine it.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, he goes, yes, a wound of this caliber. Have you had a rest since you were bitten?
Have I?
Yes, you
Many.
have. You've had
Yeah.
at least one long rest.
Yeah, I would assume so. So yeah, I was just asking because I weren't there last session. So yeah, I will tell him yes, I did.
Should have healed more than this. Seems as though you are infected. The next full moon will determine your form, unless if you get healing.
What kind of healing are we talking about?
Well, a cure of a disease would be the best healing I could think of.
And if I
You
were
could
to,
just heal it through natural means if you manage to resist, though not many who have been infected do.
and if I were to not resist, I would be stuck like this forever.
Well, unless if you could remove the cursed plague from your body.
So would
afterward, which
that mean
not many have succeeded in doing so.
so like in game terms, would that mean like a remove curse, something like that would work, or
Potentially, yes.
potentially? Okay. Do anyone have remove curse? Is the next question.
So if you turn into a were creature,
I'm double checking.
remove curse could help.
Do you have remove curse, Lonnie?
I'm double
Paladins.
checking.
No, I know it's paladins do have remove curse.
Yeah.
If you have level 3 spells, then you have access to remove curse.
Yeah, I do, and it's prepped.
Okay. So in that case, I would keep talking to Logus. Like, what might happen? Is there any like benefits, or should I try to remove it? Because I'm
So he
curious.
goes. Yeah, he goes. There are definitely benefits. If you can still control yourself, you may be able to reap those benefits. So basically, he's saying there's a drawback that may outweigh all of those, which is you may become a feral creature.
That's not good.
As you can remember, your character won't, but you as a player, in the campaign where the werewolves were, the side story, what the hell? Anyway,
What?
did I get interrupted at all?
No.
Because my screensaver apparently tried to come up. Anyway,
Okay.
that was weird. So, in that, they had specific things that helped them control themselves. Usually it's a memento, but if you also have a tame lycanthrope, you can, they like a lycanthrope that can control themselves, they can help you sort of control yourself for a little while.
Yeah, I'll ask them about that. Is there anything that could help me in this task? Because I wouldn't want to become a feral beast.
He goes, well, if you do not wish to become feral, there are a few ways you can prevent this, such as... And he starts searching through one of his packs, and he holds out a little figure that looks like an animal, and he goes, these tend to help, but this is, if you know which creature you are going to turn into, which it can vary. And he puts the totem back into his...
Would I have any way of knowing?
You can know if you have the power of predetermination. Basically, if you can see the future.
Of course I can, but that's blocked somehow.
He just sort of side-eyes you, and then he goes, well, if the option of predetermination is off the table, well, you could be examined by a sufficiently skilled alchemist.
Good idea. Anything else that could help me control this?
Well, fortunately, as I've described before, us Leemen are not true lycanthropes. We are similar, but not entirely the same. If I were to have bitten you, you would have turned into a monkey creature, not a random creature that couldn't be determined. So, unfortunately, you cannot use our methods to control yourself.
Okay. So yeah, he will definitely think about that, and then he will take his advice and see the alchemist again to see if he can make a check.
Okay. So as you're heading towards the alchemist is when we're going to do the next thing, which is I need Howler and I need Edo-san to make perception checks.
Perception.
All right, you both succeed. It wasn't as hard as you might have thought, but you do succeed. Very well. What looks like a large purple creature riding in the top of a yellow tree, which is currently walking across the camp.
Nope. Just focus on my stuff. Nope. Not my problem.
Yeah, that's weird. I guess that's not my problem. It says
Not my
Edo-san.
circus, not my monkeys.
He has seen weirder stuff.
Okay, Howler, you're on your way to the alchemist when you see a yellow tree walking through the middle of the camp.
Okay. So I see the hooker on it too, right?
Yes, it is riding in the upper branches of the tree.
Yeah, I will stop by and look for Lily.
Alright, you start walking towards the tree and you see Lily taking a nap on top of the hooker, which is currently just sitting in the top of the tree, which the tree is walking across. It's it's a complicated matter.
I tell the hooker to wake her.
Alright, it just sort of shrugs its shoulders, which Lily is currently resting on, and she just goes up about a foot before landing back on its shoulders.
Oh my god, why am I moving? Oh yeah, okay.
You see Howler standing at the bottom of the tree.
Howler!
Hello. You're too tall for me to reach your hand.
She
Yeah, you're in the
climbs
top of a tree, which you're sitting on top of a large creature that's on top of the tree.
she climbs down.
Hold on, Allie, I'll explain everything to Howler.
Okay, so you climb down the tree gently. There is some sap drooling holes that are coming out of the side of the tree because the hooker climbed it. However, the tree is not dead, so he's still moving. But he stops, and you climb down him, and you stand in front of Howler.
Okay, Howler, this is Allie. And this is
I
Hookie.
remember.
But you met Hookie before.
Yes.
The
Okay,
hooker is just confused, looking down at Howler, because he is the one who can control it. So he's make an insight check, Howler.
Sure. Insight. There we go. 15.
The hooker hates the situation it is currently in.
Yes.
And it's desperately hoping that you will order it to do something else.
Well, it made its choice when it signed the contract. It was willing.
Yeah, its choice. It saw it as the only way out of the cell, and then when you let it out of the cell, it didn't know why it couldn't attack you.
Chose it. It was his choice, not mine.
Yes. It did give you some blood because it thought that was the only way out, and then it was, but it couldn't do anything. So, either way. So, it is desperately trying to get you to tell it to do something else, but that's up to you.
Yes, for the moment, I will do nothing about it. So what were Lily saying?
Okay, so
This is why the camera and the mic was off.
Allie here, who you may or may not have met, even though you said you met him, I don't remember, is looking, or I'm looking for their Feywild friend, their arch-Fey buddy.
Yes, I remember someone like that. I'm not sure where they are at the moment.
Okay, so we find them, and then we find out about the bird.
Okay, I could help you with that. But first, do you know anything about curses?
I know how to take them away.
Good. So, if I were to theoretically turn into some sort of creature during the next full moon, you don't do that. Theoretically.
Well, okay, would I know it's you, or would some crazy psycho beast become coming after me, and then I just have to like banish it or something?
Technically, he would look nothing like himself. If he
Right.
turned feral, he would look like a hybrid. So he would look like half beast, half humanoid. He would look half humanoid. So
Okay.
she could potentially have a chance, like if you had a scar or something that she could recognize that might transition over, then it would be possible that she would be able to identify you, but otherwise it's a half beast, half man. So
No, just a beast.
he's telling you no, it would just look like a beast.
Okay, I don't know, maybe. Depends on my mood and how hungry I am and how tired I am.
How about we keep you well fed and well rested before the next full moon?
That you're not involving Aristotle in this at all?
But at the moment,
No,
I'm just
Adosan
doing
would
the
just
first-
try to cure it.
Yeah,
Probably.
that's true.
Someone
But
that literally does research for over months, like in a week or a day or something.
Well, at the moment, I'm just taking the first person I'm seeing, which is Lily, who knows about curses. That's why I asked her. I mean, holy people, they know about curses and stuff. That's my
Yeah,
logic.
usually, like in the campaign, the side story that we did,
Mhm.
the holy
Yeah,
people are the ones sent to hunt said creatures.
murder, twist their head off and kill them. Like,
Yeah, because curing them is usually more effort than it's worth.
yeah, laziness.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why my ranger was like, huh, how odd. Let's just talk first to see what's going on.
Yeah. But either way.
So yeah, I would then help Lonnie find his fake creature.
Okay, so you're gonna diverge from where you were going.
Yeah, for now, but I would
Okay.
still check back.
Yeah, you'll
Right.
check back later, but for now, we want to
How
see what's
long is
going
it
on.
until the night moon or next moon? I mean,
You're not entirely sure. You haven't been on this plane of existence for a little while, so
oh,
it's a little
someone who
disorienting.
asked.
So you'd have to ask somebody.
Yeah, I asked someone who asked. Just
Okay.
the first person I find.
Okay,
How
the first
long is
person you find. I'm gonna roll for this. Random person. Stranger roll. Okay. You grab onto what looks like a male human who was just in the middle of emptying a chamber pot.
When you're done with that, how long has it been since the last full moon?
He goes. Seems like he's doing some sort of math in his head. And he goes, perhaps a week or two. Not entirely sure. And he starts, he looks like he's lost in thought as he's dumping this large pot full of waste product.
So what I'm getting from that is I should have at least 2 weeks.
Perhaps. He wasn't very specific.
Yes.
Most people aren't familiar with the sun and moon cycles.
Oh yeah.
I would have
no,
had to have rolled higher than a 16, which I did not.
Okay, I will ask the wizard or the cube or something later today.
Okay.
What about Fizzle Boom?
Yeah, sure. That's a good idea.
Yeah, because ordinary people don't keep track of that kind of thing. Unless if they're people who are part of a village that was attacked by were creatures, or, say, an astronomist, or they had some other reason. So you would have had to have gotten a 17 or higher.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, yeah, that guy, he knew more than a regular person, but because you got close. But he wasn't exactly sure. So within the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, that's fine.
So you guys are looking for the fey creature?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna give a hint here because I'm not sure what's going to happen, but I want to give a hint because she just hurriedly read her backstory. So I'm going to allow her to make an intelligence check.
Why intelligence, man? Why intelligence?
Because you need to be smart.
Anything else but intelligence.
Because you
Sorry.
need smart. You need smart.
I need the smirts. It's not. There it is.
7. Unfortunately, the hint is not accessible to you. So,
You have to buy an extra $10 to get the hint.
No, you don't get the hint.
I can PayPal you that right now.
You can, and I will accept it.
And it'll probably be 15
Here's the hint.
Canadian dollars.
I will accept that, but you will not get the hint. I'll take your money and not give you the hint. So, either way, you
Ooh,
walk.
actually, it'd be less than that.
Doesn't
Sorry.
matter the amount. I would accept it and not give you the hint. You could give me $10,000 and I would accept it but not give you the hint.
Jeez. If I had $10,000.
The integrity of my D&D games is quite high. You cannot bribe the DM. It just doesn't work. So you approach the fey creature. It's just sort of hanging out, or the archfey, I should say. And he's just sort of sitting next to the edge of the western edge of the encampment, and he's just sort of fiddling with some sticks. You're not quite sure what he's doing. You can try to make a roll to see if you can identify what he's doing, which would require either nature or arcana.
Both of us, I assume.
Yeah, you're seeing him just sort of fiddling with some sticks. So you can attempt to identify what he's doing. Technically, Lily, you've seen something like this before, and you get a memory flash of someone one of the people from the group of Senna that you were with.
Uh-huh.
The what are they called? A monastery, I guess, would be the best term to use. Except they're female oriented. This one, a sisterhood nunnery. That's the best I can come up with for now. Convent. That's it. Yes.
A commune, maybe.
Maybe. Cloister. That's a better one. A cloister. Yeah, that's where you would have went to train to get your powers. You remember someone from there helping you guys get to the people who were going with you to the portal, doing something like this, but you're not sure what the purpose of it was because you weren't paying attention.
Is she ever really paying attention?
True. Which is why you don't remember why they were doing it, but you remember that someone you know was doing it to attempt to aid you, but you're not sure what it was supposed to do. But he's just sort of sitting next to a tree, fiddling with these sticks, and they're sort of in the shape of a baby person.
Of a what?
A star. like the stick is like he has the sticks sort of fashioned into the form of maybe a person or maybe a star. You're not sure.
Oh, okay, okay. Okay.
So he's
Hey,
just
what
sort
are
of
you
sitting there.
Hi.
Hello. What did you
What's up?
need it for?
I don't know, stuff.
The
Hey.
typical Lily answer.
He's just sort of looking at you expectantly. And remember, he doesn't know that you've regained your memories.
Okay. That's a good
So-
point.
You can try to maneuver around it if you want to, or you can just tell him. It's up to you.
How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Actually, he doesn't have a deeper voice. He has a median voice, so I'll fix that in the future.
So, I was walking, and I saw a tree.
Oh yeah, the tree is with you. So he looks over and he sees the trees there, and the hook horror's on top of it.
So I was walking, and I saw a tree.
Yeah, there's plenty of trees around here, so...
This yellow one, obviously.
Yes, I am well aware of this tree.
Okay, fix it.
Fix
The
it.
Monday.
Yeah, fix it. You know what's going on. Don't try to cover anything up.
He goes,
That's our Lily.
I believe she's referring to the pact you made with him. She wants
Yeah,
to make
I
him
remember the
know.
forgotten remembers.
he is entirely confused with what Lily is saying. But, because she seems to be saying contradictory things at the same time.
I
But he goes-
remember the forgotten remembers. So fix the tree.
He goes, oh, you've regained your memories.
Duh.
So,
Oh, holy crap for you. Yeah, fix the tree. I know who you are. I'll tell everybody.
you can tell them. Whether or not they'll believe you is a different story. As he sort of just sets down the little twig thing that he was
Hey,
doing.
stupid. There's a yellow moving tree. Of course they'll believe me.
There's a yellow moving tree. There is magic in this world. Easily explained.
Fix the tree.
I'm sorry, Lily, but that is something I cannot do. And
Can't
if you
or
have
won't?
remembered the Forgottens, then you would know why.
Okay, apparently I don't remember why. I remember some of the remembers that I've forgotten that I remembered.
I just add cannot or will not. And I would try and make an insight check to see if he can't or if he won't.
Okay, so before you make the insight check, he answers whether it's cannot or will not.
God.
And he goes, in order to be here, I cannot. And you can make the insight based on that.
Jackass.
So he has to go back if he turns him back.
That's what he's saying, so you can make an insight.
That's what I figured.
Okay. You know, he's very hard to read, but you just barely succeeded. So, you see a little, he has a tell, which is that he seems to be acting strangely at the moment, which he wasn't before. He seems to be sort of just moving his hands slightly, which he wasn't doing before.
Okay.
Which you have a feeling that what he's saying is he doesn't mean what he's saying.
So he does. If he turns him back, he can still be here. Is what I'm
Yes.
understanding.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, I will just respond. Well, I think you call yourself an archfey or something, but around this temple, I'm the one in charge. And if you don't find a way or start working on a solution for Alatar, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to ask you to leave and fend against the shadow by yourself. Seeing how you were so successful in the Feywild that you had to come crawling to us.
Well, if you're going to
Is
play
there
this
any,
game,
Okay.
he wished to be my servant, and I called in a collection. He was using powers that weren't his, and I just asked for payment for these powers. And this is the payment I require.
Okay, that just sounds reasonable. And I look at Lily. I can't argue with that.
Lily puts her hands on her hips.
Alatri, is that true?
He goes, well, I didn't know exactly what the payment would be when I didn't know that he wanted me to be a tree.
But did you know
Yeah,
there
why
would
would you want to be a
payment?
tree?
Okay, so Howler, what were you saying?
Sorry.
Did you know there was gonna be a payment? No.
I knew that he wanted something from me eventually.
I mean, it seems fair to me, but Lily, what do you think?
I don't know. Smells like fish.
Does it smell like fish?
I mean, it seems fishy.
It does smell fishy in the metaphorical sense.
Right.
Yes, I meant literally.
Um,
You have a feeling that the way she's communicating, that's what she meant.
Yes. So I don't know what you want to do about them. I mean, it seems to me that they had a deal, one he accepted.
I don't know. Terms and conditions sounds underhanded.
I do love them, actually.
yeah, I know. Once he said that, I was like, oh, this ain't gonna fly with Howler.
As soon as he says terms and conditions are his thing, you get to roll again to see if I can give you that hint. So another intelligence.
For Lonnie?
For Lily.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Another intelligence. Terrible.
No.
Oh.
Nope. Hint is not there.
No hints for me. Ooh, fuck.
I mean, you did just read it, and the hint has to do with what you just read. I'll give you that much.
Brain dead. It's not connecting. I have too much chemistry on the brain. You want to talk about molecules? You want to talk about strong acids or weak bases? We're good.
Okay. So you guys can continue your discussion. And it seems as though, let me just look. I don't know if I gave you his name, because that's important as well.
I will have to check, but he's in the temple now. I don't think I have him in the temple, at least.
Yeah, he is now in the temple. But I'm going to scroll up.
Yeah, I don't have him there, so...
No, he didn't give you his name, I don't think. I just scrolled up a little too far and I saw one of your spelling mistakes and it made me laugh.
Oh, spelling mistakes? Is it the...
No, not you. I was looking in Lonnie's thing.
Funny.
Because she was asking who was running the game, but instead of typing running, she typed rubbing.
Funny.
So, just made me giggle for a second. Yeah.
Yeah, Lily, I don't know what you want to
Give
do
me the
about this situation. It's up to you. I'm kind of like I don't have a problem with this at the moment.
Yeah.
But she will make it your problem.
Yeah, I know I'm open to that, but at the moment it seems just like everything's fine.
Yeah.
Give
Can
her.
I ask the tree something?
Sure.
Alatree, do you want
Sorry.
He's there.
Alatree, do you want to stay a tree or do you want to change back to people, person, druid? I don't remember what you were.
He says, I already told you I wanted to not be a tree anymore. And then the Archfey looks over and he says, you don't have much of a choice now, do you? And he just sort of looks at him with a kind of eerie smile. And the tree just sort of, well, Alatar in the tree just sort of, like, looks down. Discouraged, I guess.
Time to bonk someone on the head for being mean, I guess.
Bonk.
So what's going on?
I don't know.
What was the purpose of asking that question?
Oh,
Of Lily?
because dude, my short-term memory sucks right now. Let's pretend.
Okay. Asked if he wanted to be a tree. He said no.
Okay.
Alright! You dirty, rotten, I don't know, those sound like compliments to me right now. Fix the tree!
He goes, for what reason?
He doesn't want to be a tree anymore, duh!
Well, when he accepted my power, perhaps he should have expected consequences.
Consequences, schmonsequences! You did a thing, he did a thing, okay, tree's done. Untree the tree.
Alright,
Person. Fake.
here's what you're gonna have to do. I'm gonna get you to
Oh,
roll a persuasion check.
Persuasion. Oh, she's wonderful at that.
Well, you're a paladin, so your charisma should be decent.
She says then rolls a natural 20.
Can we do
natural
athletics
what?
on him? Because I'm good at athletics. All right.
Okay. He goes, how about no? And you leave me alone now.
How about we don't leave you alone, and how about yes?
Well,
That's
hang on a moment. How about, it seems to me like it wouldn't do too much harm to you to turn him back. I mean, it would be rather inconvenient. But how instead, if you were to return him to his normal form, you could then, he would then owe you another favor at a later point. That seems reasonable to me.
No. If she truly has remembered her forgottens, then she can tell you why. Can't she? As he just looks at you.
Yeah.
And I'll give you another chance to roll for that hint.
Oh,
Because this would have went a completely different direction.
sorry.
Or
I got a
should
lot of
be
stuff open.
going a completely different direction. So it's intelligence, yes. No, you don't remember.
What is this thing that you remembered? It seems like it's something I should know.
Okay, so my good pal Finn, who kind of loved me or something, and I don't know. I don't quite understand the love between another halfling and another halfling unless it's food based. So he would write songs or something. I don't know. We went to the Feywild to go look up Senna because I don't know. The dumb bird and the dumb dragon were doing dumb bird and dragon things. All right, so the tree wanted me to bring over some animal, Fey, something. So I did. Things happened. Here we are. So untree the tree!
That didn't
That's
explain
not entirely it. She's missing some key details there.
Something about a swamp. We were almost dead. Finn
Yeah, there's
is
a
a
key
lightsaber.
detail about the swamp that you're missing.
I'm forgetting, so I'm gonna go look back in my memories. Give me a couple hours.
Okay, how about I just give you the hint because I want to give it to you. Because you know what it is. Your character
I'm
knows.
blanking, man.
You were going to cross the swamp of forgetfulness because he told you that the secrets you were looking for were on the other side of the swamp. However, once you reached the middle of the swamp, the platforms you were standing on went away, and he made no effort to save you and walked away.
Yeah, then Finn saved me.
Yes. So this guy is not a good guy. And he wanted you to bring a fey creature over so that to the tree, which is what the fey creature is, what the archfey is. He is the tree. So he wanted you to bring the fey creature over, and then he hooked his root into the fey creature's head and transferred his consciousness into the fey creature. And the fey creature was in the tree.
Oh yeah, that would be a lot of information. That would.
And when something happened to the fey creature, you assume, which is why he needed another creature to put into the tree, so that way he didn't have to be the tree.
Mm.
You can still untree the tree!
I don't
So
know.
basically, he can just become the tree again and have no problem.
Yeah!
But he doesn't want to be the tree, is the problem.
Fine, we'll find a rabbit!
He says, they need to have fey ancestry. Which is why I chose this half-elf to continue to hold onto my body's existence. So I can
Okay,
continue to
I'll
live.
untree. If I kill you, are you okay with that?
What
What?
are you asking this to?
The tree.
He goes, not really.
It's just your physical body.
I mean, my spirit will go elsewhere, which is what I care about.
I feel like
The Archfey stands up and he says, I don't think I like the way this conversation is going.
Matt, I was rereading it and you didn't tell me it was a swamp of forgetfulness.
Yes, it is the swamp of forgetfulness. I told you multiple times.
Where?
Which is why you lost your memories, because you fell in the swamp.
Okay. I'm double checking, but I don't see it.
It might not be in there, but I told you multiple times during the game.
Okay.
Well, I would just tell the creature, well, I think I'm missing some important details, but what's that about fey ancestry?
Well, a half-elf does have fey ancestry, does it not?
Yeah.
Yes, and there's several other people here in Kent that has fey ancestry.
So basically what you're saying is you want me to exchange him for some random civilian.
That seems to solve the
Wait, I'm
situation.
using the wrong voice. That's okay.
That seems to solve the situation, if that's doable, yeah.
The only problem with that is they have no connection to the Feywild, which this one does. So their body, well, their existence would fizzle out much more quickly than his.
How quick are we speaking?
Days.
That's quite quick, yes.
Whereas he will be able to last perhaps a few millennia, if used correctly. And he goes, I don't want to be a tree for a few millennia.
Well, Lily, how about we'll be on the lookout for any fey creatures, and if we find him, we can swap him out with Alatar. That seems reasonable. Then everyone's happy. I mean, it's not like the tree is going anywhere with those stumps.
There's another thing. There is the thing of him allowing Lily to fall into the swamp of forgetfulness.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I had no idea about that.
Why'd you let me fall into the swamp, old man?
You can ask him in character.
Right.
Hey! Hey! Oldness! Why did you let me fall into the swamp of forgetting things so I can't remember the things that I forgot in the memories? Huh?
He goes, well, the secrets you were looking to pry open were not to my advantage. So basically, the fact that you were looking for answers about Senna was the problem.
Why is it a concern, mister?
Well, one who finds the secrets of the Archfey can get them to do things for you, which we don't like.
Bruh!
Such as giving someone godhood.
Bruh! I ain't looking for that jazz.
That would remind me of this, and I will start describing the book that we found.
Yes, there is a book of Archfey treaties that if you recite them properly and use them to your advantage, you can control Archfey.
She just wanted to ride the bird.
Yeah, I would just casually mention that. Like it would be a shame if somebody were to do that.
He's looking at you as someone who has in chess they are currently checked, so they're close to being checkmated. He gives you that look, that disdain, that stare of hatred of someone who hates to be beaten and is close to being so.
I'm not saying we will, however,
He's not saying we won't either.
my companions do need to be somewhat happy, and it seems Lily is very unhappy at the moment with the
Very
situation.
unhappy at the moment.
So I think we could find some sort of arrangement. Either he
Stands up.
Okay, yeah.
And he looks down at both of you. He's slightly taller. He's like 5 feet tall. And he was playing with that weird little twig thing. He's tossed that aside. And he goes, I don't think I like the way that this camp is treating me either.
Then perhaps we should come to an arrangement. I'm open for discussion.
Perhaps I could force you into coming to an arrangement.
It would be a shame to turn an entire camp against you. I don't think you would last very long.
Oh, I beg to differ. And he snaps his fingers, and there is a leprechaun standing next to him.
Hey, look, there's a Fey person. You can swap it.
Yes, well, while he is quite formidable in certain aspects, he is not as useful as the one I currently have captured.
Why you gotta make it so hard?
And the leprechaun is like, don't you dare attack this guy. I will beat the ever-loving shit out of you. And he holds up this shillelagh.
My shit loves no one.
He goes, fair enough, but I'll still beat it out of you.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go in about 5 minutes because I have to get my kid ready to have dinner and shit.
Sure.
Well, you could involve someone that could beat the ever-loving shit out of a gnome.
He's not a gnome, he's a leprechaun.
Okay, so here's my last suggestion before you go, Lily. How about you just talk to this leprechaun instead? Then I'm assuming you will forget about the tree and we will be done with this problem.
Hey, Leprechaun, we need to have a conversation.
He goes, "Why?"
I don't know. You're supposed to go in the tree so my friend could come out.
And
I
then the
just sent
Archfey
them,
walks over and says, "That's not going to happen."
Why not? Are you his dad or
Because-
something?
It's not going to happen because either you are going to die or you are going to leave me alone.
Okay, I'm not talking to you anymore. Alright, look, Connie. You're gonna become a tree. It'll be okay. I'll be your friend.
And as you continue saying that, the Archfey just sort of flicks his finger, and the leprechaun just whaps you over the head. He's going to try to hit you.
That's a sneak attack. And that's a surprise attack, I mean.
Well, he doesn't get advantage or anything.
Does it hit? Does it hit?
Uh,
All below
Okay.
at 19.
does it
Okay.
hit?
22 to hit.
Obviously that hits.
Alright, he is using the spell Shillelagh, which gives him slightly more powers.
it's a D8 plus whatever his wisdom is.
Yes, but he is a leprechaun who are the originators of Shillelagh, so it's slightly more.
That's fair.
Let's see if I also can notice her friend be yelling out "ouch" or "ow."
Okay. You take 20 damage as he just thwaps you on the head with his. It just looks like a wooden stick with a knot at the end. And he just thwaps you on the head, and you take 20 damage.
Are you yelling it out or what?
Or what?
This might be the end of her.
Okay, I don't pull out my weapons yet, but I go to reach for them to see how the situation turns out.
Okay. Does Lily stop?
Oh, bitch.
I'm gonna try to grapple him.
Okay. So if you have to go, do you have to go for like ever for the rest of the day?
I don't know. We have to discuss a few things afterwards. We're planning a trip to Walt Disney World.
So
I don't know.
okay. So you're gonna try to grapple him. We'll continue until you have to go.
Okay, which is just like another couple minutes.
Okay. So
Oh,
you can roll a
bitch.
grapple.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a pretty
Wow,
good
that
roll.
was amazing, huh, guys?
Lily's dead.
Ouch.
No.
I know, right?
His strength is not that high because he's a tiny leprechaun. But he rolls higher, much higher than you do.
That's fine. I get another one.
Okay.
We can't escape.
If he rolls a natural 20, he can,
If he does, yeah.
Nope.
which he doesn't. So this time he gets grabbed and he's like, "Oh, what the? Put me down, lass!" As he's grabbed, and the Archfey snaps his fingers, and 3 more leprechauns appear.
Okay.
Why?
So
Okay, I
will-
see. This has to be notes by Arizona, right? I don't know.
You are currently inside a building
I will
which
just
is a blacksmith.
I will
Okay.
use my turn to send this Archfey a message. Can we not just let her brawl it out with one of your leprechauns? I'm sure she will forget about the tree soon enough. Just keep it out of view from obvious. Like, don't keep it
And
at the side of the forest.
he turns to you and responds in telepathy. He says, "If she kills this one, I'm not going to stop."
Fair enough. And I will shout out, Lily, don't kill him. Just like knock him out or something.
Okay, so let's see how that goes. So he is grappled. He's going to attempt to hit you with the shillelagh.
Hold on. Doesn't she need to go like right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll
If you
do
need
this
to go.
action. I'll do this action and then I'll head out.
Okay. So he's going to try to hit you with the shillelagh.
I'm just watching your time, not that I'm wanting you to go.
Okay, so he rolled a 10 with his shillelagh.
That totally hits.
Not.
All right. He doesn't hit you, but he is
Can
currently
I-
grappled.
Attempt to grab it with my teeth and like just chuck it out of his hand.
You can try to disarm him if you
Okay.
want.
How would you suggest I do that?
Make
Well-
an athletics check once you have him grappled, which you do. All right.
Thank you.
He is going to try to resist.
Okay. Barely.
Nope.
Okay. So he he loses grip to his shillelagh. He goes,
Okay.
"Oh no! It's a leprechaun."
Okay. I just want to say a couple things before I head out.
Calm down, Connie.
I'm gonna turn to the look towards the archfey and just say,
See if you can make these. Then they're fake. Get rid. Then you don't need Allie in the tree.
Okay. He goes, "Yes, I do. He is much more powerful to stay within the tree than this." And he points to the leprechaun. And the leprechaun goes, "Oh boy, that is quite harsh."
Oh, look, Connie, he just called you weak.
He just sort of lowers his head in shame.
all right, I gotta go.
All right.
So what do? Do you like keep
Oh,
fighting?
at some point, if you guys want to make
Yeah, we're
a roll,
gonna end in like 30 minutes anyway. So
okay.
Mhm.
At some point, if you guys want to make a roll, she'll either completely try to keep fighting this and like, no, he needs to get out of the tree, or like, okay, well, if he's stronger, then he's stronger. Sorry, I
Well,
tried.
you should decide before you leave now. I think it's important. Because if you keep fighting, that's gonna be pretty, not good.
Yeah, I know it'll take too long. Okay, I'm rolling 1d20 or 1d1. That didn't roll. There it is. Okay, first one. She's gonna keep fighting. Fuck.
okay, great. So we didn't even get through the first day of this month. So great, perfect.
Bye, guys. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
Can happen.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna say.
Okay, so they're gonna keep fighting for another round, I assume.
Sure.
I believe he's smart enough to know that he shouldn't just attack an archfey when he's low on resources and he doesn't have his full party here. Should be better planned, if that's the case.
Yeah, so the plan is you're gonna kill this archfey, just not right now.
Yes. Well, not necessarily. I mean,
If you can find a way to control him, you will. But if you need to kill him, you're gonna kill him later.
it seems this way, but I'm open for business. So I was gonna tell him before this goes much further. If I were to calm down, Lily, would you call off your nose?
They're leprechauns, but yes.
Well, I am not from the Archfey. I don't know.
Yeah, you're not from an archfey.
Yes.
That makes sense. That is true. That is a true thing that you just said.
I'm just you know what? I don't have to speak words to this guy.
Okay, fair enough.
So I will then attempt to,
So if she's calmed down, he'll abate for now. Is basically what he said.
Yeah, I mean, I would just try and knock her out on the back of the head.
Okay.
It seems like the best option at this moment.
Just
I don't know.
because she isn't here, I'm gonna give you a chance to automatically knock her out rather than have to lower her HP.
Yeah, okay. I would just knock her out and then.
Okay,
Yeah.
so here's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna need you to make a dexterity check.
Watch this. Now she's not here. She's gonna roll super well.
Okay.
I'm gonna use luck just in case. I don't know. 19.
Okay. She is going to make a constitution.
No, 90.
So where's I mean, I can pull it up, but it might take me longer if somebody else has it open.
Okay, I can do it. Just give me a sec.
Constitution saving throw.
Lonnie, Lily, character sheet.
But if this doesn't work, then I'll get you to roll damage, like attacker and roll damage.
Yeah. Okay.
She got a 9, so she gets
Nope.
knocked out. Oh, unconscious.
I will command the hooker to pick her up.
All right, it climbs down. It jumps off the top of the tree, because it was still sitting on top of the tree, and it runs over and picks her up.
Yeah, I will just then, as I have him drag it away before I leave, I will just tell the Archfey. Well, if it weren't for the shadow, things might have gone differently. But let's try and keep things calm,
Simple.
peaceful. We have bigger
Let me
threats.
just say that I am going to be keeping on high alert until I have assurances that I will not be attacked.
And so will we, because, I mean, you haven't done much to prove yourself an ally as well.
Well, I thought you needed all the help you could get, but that's all right. I'll remain at the edge of camp until everything is decided.
Fair enough. We'll come back to you once we've talked about this calmly. And I will head out.
Alright,
So
the
hopefully
horror picks up, has Lily, and is just sort of like cradling her awkwardly between its core hooks. But it's being gentle with her because it knows if it hurts her in any way, then it will be hurt. So it's doing its best.
Yes, it's fine. And then I will see if I find my other companions like Lucius and then Ursan.
Alright. You're
So
gonna
she's
look
not
for Edosan?
Yeah.
Okay. So make an investigation check.
Okay.
Rollo.
Can the hooker help me?
Buzz off.
Technically it can. Technically it can. So you have advantage.
Nice.
It can point out things that you... Yes, and it does, because you rolled too low. So the hook horror, you tell it because you're able to communicate with it. I'm pretty sure that technically you would have had to have cast a spell to
No, I
communicate
think
with
I
it.
can message, can't I?
Yes, you can message. That's true. It is a creature that understands a language. It does have a language that it can understand, even though it's just a language that only hook horrors understand.
Yeah.
So it can understand a language, so you can telepathically communicate with it using message.
Yes. So that's how I'll do it.
Okay. So, yeah, you tell it what to look for, and that's what it does. It looks for one of your 2 companions that you are currently looking for, and it looks inside. It sort of bends over, which you weren't doing, and you're sort of confused as to why it's bending over. You didn't tell it to do that? And it looks inside one of the buildings, and it sees Edo-san working on purifying and melting down various materials inside the blacksmithy, and it just sort of points with its hook towards where Edo-san is.
Yes, okay. So yeah, I will head this way, and I will. Well, hello there, Arsa. What are you making?
You also see outside the building, Edo-san, a hook horror carrying an unconscious Lily.
Oh, well, she fell asleep.
Not exactly. I was about to speak about that, but that's all right. Let's just cut the small talk. We had a large problem. We almost made enemy with an archfey for very little reason.
Those buggers.
Uh,
If it
and
was because of Lily, then I think she had a very good reason.
yes, it was because of Lily. But even so, I mean, with the shadow and all, it would be a shame to make an enemy out of such powerful creatures.
Powerful. Don't overestimate them.
Well, that's true. I mean, I'm even more powerful, but still, it could be a useful ally.
Okay, don't overestimate yourself as well.
Well, that would be hard to do. I mean, I'm not creative enough.
Well, yes, okay, yeah, sure. Do you want me to take this archfey out? Do you want me to capture it? Do you want me to do what? What?
No, I just wanted to alert you of the situation before I make any decisions, any rash
Okay.
decisions, and make sure that you don't do anything rash as well. If we were indeed gonna tag it, it would be foolish to do it one by one.
Well,
But
okay.
let's think about other options first. I do not know what's in your mind other than shooting it.
Banishing it?
Well, I suppose, but it's already made one-way travel here. I'm sure it could make another.
Imprisoning it?
Do you have anyway? That room in the temple, those block magic when you're inside, right?
Which room in
The,
particular?
the power banks, the batteries.
Yeah, if you put an archfey in there, one of the engineers that you were talking to before, this was a long time ago.
No, God.
He indicated that there is a possibility of overloading them. So,
I think
archfey have a lot of magic contained within them.
I think an archfey might blow up our temple if we were to put it in that prison. Let's not do that.
Yeah, basically the magic power would be so powerful that it would overload the arcane battery, which is what it is. It's an arcane battery.
What I was thinking is if we were to manage, perhaps to convince Lily that you remember Altara, right?
Yeah, I do. Well, I've actually seen him. He's not in such a comfortable placement right now.
That's true, but from what I heard, it
And while
seems
you guys are talking, you see a yellow tree making its way across the middle of the
well,
encampment.
that is true, but it appears to have been of his own making.
Yeah,
However, his
Elsa just slowly moves his head aside to see that where the tree's going. Like, yeah, sure, okay, yeah.
well, making deals without proper thought put into it can, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
he
a
was
bad
you
situation.
know, Edo-san, that he was a warlock, and warlocks have to make deals in order to get their powers.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, but still, this is not usually the deal I expect of an Archway, and you're one to talk about making deals without thinking about it.
Yeah, I'm great at it. I mean, I said make the best deals. They're so beneficial.
Yeah, they never
He's turning
never
into Donald Trump.
backfire.
He's turning into Donald Trump.
Yeah,
I make
yeah,
the
yeah.
best deals.
Yeah, I'm just the best. China.
Let's not get political, guys.
Sorry?
Let's not get political.
It's not a good or bad thing. It's just a reference to what some people say.
Yeah.
So in either case, I just was gonna suggest that perhaps we try and talk Lily out of helping Alatar the tree for the moment, at least, until we can figure out a better way.
Well, Alatar has been useful in his own ways, even though I knew him very, very short. Well,
Indeed,
so yeah.
but we're speaking of an archfey. It's not a decision to be taken lightly.
Archface, Marshfey. I say, sure, I might be high elf, sure, I might have Fey ancestry, but look at me. I'm using technology.
And it's
So
just then that you draw a connection. He has Fey ancestry.
that is true. No, it's not that evil.
Not that evil.
I mean,
He's-
random civilian, that's
Yes.
fine because Alatar is more useful, but you know.
He's more
If he ever
useful.
gets too much on your nerves, it's an option.
It's an option. It's like
It's an option, sure. Replace the glass cannon with a less powerful glass cannon.
Yeah, I would bring that up in game, of course. But yeah, I will just mention. So I do understand your intent of dealing with him, but I ask that you please hold off until we can make a proper plan, and perhaps you'll even reconsider.
Reconsider what?
Well, it seemed like you were eager to attack him, from what I saw, heard.
Well, I just suggested him to imprison him, to hold him, to send him away. None of them seem like attacking.
Actually, all of those seem like attacking.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna get into. But yeah, you are going to attack him, but just hold off. You can do research if you wish, but let's make a proper plan and make sure everyone's there if you're actually gonna do something this foolish, which I wouldn't recommend.
Okay,
I will take part of it if we have a proper plan.
do you need me for anything else, perhaps?
I just wanted to inform you about the situation.
Sure. You
Unless
did
you have
ask.
anything else.
You did ask about what I was doing. I was just smelting down the ores I have gotten from the arena.
Oh yes, and about that, tomorrow I was gonna take a trip to the Durgard, but that's on official business from the New World Bank.
I can't believe this is going ahead.
This is happening. This is happening.
Okay. I'm allowing it, so do it.
Bank. What are you? Are you planning
Well,
to
me and
steal?
we had a nice discussion at the Genie's temple when we had a moment to ourselves. And we were gonna, you know, start like a new sort of guild, I suppose you can call it.
Just be forward with it to the point. I have a feeling I'm not liking where this is going.
Well, be forward. How forward can I be? I could just straight up tell you that, yeah, I'm planning on dumping the gold we found in the Durgar's camp after I make a deal with them. That's as forward as it gets, I suppose.
Okay, so you're telling me the gold that explodes once, that is explodes right now.
Not all of the gold is explos. I mean, we had the large stock together, all of us.
Okay, that's very true. But still, all our gold which we can use.
You can take as much as you can carry. I mean,
Okay, yes, sure, sure. Not that I need a lot of gold, I just need materials to build and such. Oh, yeah,
I mean, I personally haven't touched a single coin of the pile. Oh no, it's not. I'm not planning to.
question. How well are you versed in currencies, how pure things are?
Well,
You
quite
seem
well,
like the
actually.
guy to know. Well, okay. I have this one silver bar.
Silver bar.
Yeah, silver. Well,
I can take a
multiple.
look at it.
And a gold bar.
Oh yeah, I have 100 of those, and I will just spawn 100 gold bar just because.
No.
I did
Yeah,
it.
those aren't real. I mean, I have a real gold bar.
Yeah, I mean mine are real too. I just can use magic on them.
Yeah, and I also have an electrum bar.
That's good. Good, yeah.
Yeah,
I
just
think a gold bar should generally be worth 100 gold pieces.
yeah. I just wanted you to make sure how
That's correct, right,
pure.
Matt?
Sorry?
A bar of something is worth 100 of the thing, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I
So
just
that's what
wanted. I just wanted you to make sure how pure the bars are, since you seem the kind of guy to know how pure that is.
Okay,
Some
I will check. Can I see how pure the bars are, or if it's like proper electrum or gold or whatnot?
You can't examine the interior of the bar without
Yeah, but outside.
breaking it, but the outside doesn't have like any flecks of color in it or anything, so it appears to be pure
oh yeah, if
just from a cursory examination.
the Acid takes a hammer, takes a chisel, puts it in the middle of the bar, pink pieces.
Exit. And I look on the inside too. It's
Yeah, because I have mending, so I can literally put the bar back together.
that's fair.
Yeah, it's not like a chocolate bar or anything. It doesn't
Yeah.
have a different material inside. It's pure.
Okay. Yeah, this is pure gold. I mean, it should be worth a lot.
Okay.
I'm not sure what you would craft in gold other than jewelries and necklaces. But
Well,
It's technically silver, isn't it? Or is this the gold bar?
he has gold, silver, and electrum, so multiple.
I do it for all three the bars that I let him. Well, see.
Okay. Yeah, they're all pure.
Okay, let me add that to them then, because that's very
I
nice.
mean, when I made these items, I didn't even fathom making fake bars. So
Well, not like that, because you can have impure bars of gold, impure bars of silver, and impure bars of electrum.
Yeah, I understand what you're meaning. But
yes,
there was
but usually, if they were to in this world, if they were to make bars like that, it would be to trick somebody, like
Ah.
to make the interior like lead or something useless, and then they would try to pawn them off as pure.
oh yes, and our son.
Yes.
In this temple, we could even give you a title if you would want one. How about Forge Master or something like that? If you're gonna stay here.
Oh, believe me, I am more than a forge master.
Then what do you suggest?
Well, if you want to know what I can do and all, I can do quite a lot. Play with all my tools. I have leatherwork tools, teeth tools, tinker tools, and wood carving tools.
So he can do things.
Okay.
I also have
I will-
teeth tools.
Craftsman's advisor. Then that sounds worse, but you like it better. I mean, forging
Sounds
can
worse,
be
but
I
you
like
want
to, I like to earn my titles.
I mean,
Okay,
you have
so-
a forge set up here. You can start improving it. It will lend you people. You can use as many as you want and start building your own little craftsman's area.
Let's see how well built is this forge? Let me first see that.
You could definitely
It was
build
built.
it.
It was built by slave labor. I'll give you that little tidbit just to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
However, uh, it's built with the same masonry and everything as the house that it's currently, or the building that it is currently housed in, and it's just stone blocks. Not any particular type of stone, just regular stone. Like, it's not a type of stone that would enhance its ability or anything. It's just a regular smith.
So okay, so to say.
Yeah, it's made and it works. It's functionable for regular smithing. Like if you wanted to make enchanted metals or something like that, then it might be a little inadequate for what you want to do, but it works for a regular forge, so you can make mundane armors, anything. It has all those tools there and everything there for you to use.
Well, it's okay, but could use a lot of improvements.
Yes, that's
For,
why I
for now,
wanted
it
to make
do.
you.
Mostly it was probably made to make things like horseshoes and regular mundane metal artifacts, but you can't. It does have the proper tools to make armors and things like that. So
If you wanted to be this master of the forge, you could. I could get you in touch with a tanner and butcher, and he can set up an area here. It would be
Well,
worthwhile
I
to have.
I'd rather work for my titles than just earn them just out straight.
Well, okay, we can give you the title later, but you want the job.
Sure, sure. Why the hell not? Just get them here and see what we can do to improve this place.
It's settled then, and I will kind of just give word to a few people and like craftsmen and stuff we have are to gather at Arzan.
yeah, and it turns out that you do have a smith as well that is
Yes.
willing to help you,
Mhm.
and a mason who is also willing to help you. The mason is a dwarf, however, and he, as soon as he walks into the forge where Edosan is working, he's like, "Your craftsmanship is shit."
I I grab the gold bar and just drop it in his hand. You call this shit? I made this myself, mister.
It has no stamp. It's not. It has no heart in it.
Okay, okay, I can see. Then take the bar, then take my rifle and drop that in his hands. How about this one?
Custom, but it's mostly made for function. It has no form. And he hands it back to you. Any dwarf could make something better than this.
Well, if that's
Yes, he's
so.
arrogant. he
Yeah, yeah.
thinks that
Well.
only he's arrogant and also racist.
As a dog should be.
You know, I can smell your arrogance for. If you want to go on the knife ears and stubborn head road, be my guest. But Apocalypse is gonna take that as a weakness and be like, sure, let me put my knife right in there so that I can exploit this weakness, let this whole city fall. You get my drift?
Just like out of character, he should say, "Well, at least I'd make a better knife." I just realized this about.
he just sort of looks at the building that this place is in and he goes, "The humans forced me to make this. And look at how
Well,
bad it looks. You think you could
this
force
time,
me to make something great like a great dwarven smith?"
no, I'm not forcing you. I'm asking you.
Oh, so you're asking me. To make elven shite.
No, I'm asking you to just help us, as I hold my arms out to the other craftsmen, to help make this a proper workplace for all craftsmen, so that this is the central place where everything comes from, where everyone learns their masteries, where, well, the mastery works come from.
He lets you finish as he just looks unimpressed with his arms crossed. And he goes, You mean you want them to learn dwarven craft? Is that even possible?
Well, we can all learn from one another. Sure. Oh yeah. It, I just wanted to say you, I'm not like all the other quote unquote knife ears.
Well, you have hundreds and hundreds of years to learn your craft. We learn in simple decades. So you're just cheating.
Well, sure, I might have hundreds and hundreds of years, but yet this thing was built. Let me see, how old is this thing? How old? That's all I built.
Well, how
Well,
old
I
is
just
your
have
elf?
yeah. That's what he's going about right now, just to think like, uh-huh, that. You subtract that.
Is your elf over 100 years old?
Yeah, he's 140.
Okay. Yeah, they would have existed. Rudimentary ones would have existed when you were born. So, yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, by the time I was born, they might have existed, but I made my own improvements to the models. I mean, this thing. I mean, can you tell that that guns have different kind of barrels that are elemental?
You're saying that you enchanted. Okay, so you used magic crap to sully your weapon. How
Well,
great.
not solely more improve.
So you couldn't make a weapon good enough, you had to enchant it.
No, I just improved it, and I
Ah,
can
yes.
channel
The
magic
elves
to it.
always say magic improves things. If you
No,
can't make a masterwork, magic will help with that. You
no,
can enchant a broken sword to be better than a regular sword.
no. That's not what I'm saying. I'm literally saying I improved on the base.
That still doesn't impress me.
And then I improved on that. A continuing evolving improvement weapon. It doesn't stop. It just keeps going, evolving.
Okay, just to break in, like you can keep going. Our son will is arrogant enough to keep fighting with his dwarf for another hour. I'm sure.
No,
But
he's trying to be very humble, like right now. He's trying to
no,
explain that
definitely not. I don't see that.
he used the base of.
Either way, I was just gonna say it's 2 a.m. and I actually have some plans tomorrow, so I will be going off.
Okay.
A Holler would have like done the next day, done like the Durgar stuff and had his potions identified if you want to like send them or something on
Okay.
Facebook.
Okay.
But I will be leaving now, so
Okay, yeah, we
Okay.
can end now. So the
Yeah, okay.
everlasting feud between you and this dwarf continues, and that's where we end off.
Okay, that's fair. I can
Okay.
stay like a minute or two, but I have to really get going.